Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Red River Class 2021. Again, we are back. It is that Woo Brandon casting alongside my boy Regdor right here. It is 3-3 in the series with Longhorn Gaming at 3 games and OU Esports at 3 games. So this best of 3 in this League of Legends match will decide the winner of the Red River Class 2021. Regdor, are you as excited as I am right now?
I am so hyped for the Red River rivalry to hit the Rift, and we have already gotten into the draft stage with OU starting on the blue side and UT starting on red side. And we've already seen some bans go through. Nunu and Nocturne from the side of OU, Anivia Jin from the side of Longhorn Gaming, now finishing up with a Poppy and a Misfortune. Makes sense overall thus far. Actually, for the side of Longhorn Gaming, their jungler Cantaloupe Guts has like a 62% win rate on the Nunu. So not too surprising overall to see these so far. We already see the Yuumi coming through, much to the bane of a lot of players, but very OP. And that's being answered with the Lucian Nami bot lane. Extremely aggressive in lane, especially if Nami chooses to go for the electrocute that we have seen here and there. So this is pretty standard for first game coming in. But is there anything you're excited to see so far, Brandon? Anybody you want to see come out?
Hey, what I want to see coming on top is I'm gonna be a little biased on just this take right now. Will be the OU. I just want to see OU on top. That's bottom line what I want to see. But coming in with the Sivir pick, if it goes through, I'm super excited actually to watch Sivir run around the Rift because every time she pops out, like I have a great time just seeing if all 5 people are gonna start flying to the kill or not. And I mean, really, with that first pick, Yuumi, I mean, once it's not banned through the top 3, like it's most likely gonna get picked up, especially right now with just how the patches have been going with Yuumi just making its way back in here. So they don't want to see this cat go down. So I'm excited. But actually, I'm a big fan of the skins. You know, skins win the game. I don't know about y'all, but I think skins play a huge role in how you play. You know, you look good, you play good, you feel good.
Energy is Winergy. And we did see the top lane picks coming through with the Mordekaiser and the Fiora. A very big skill matchup and a lot of timer put on the side of Longhorn Gaming to get this Fiora off the ground and really make her into that side lane threat. The same thing could be said for Mordekaiser. We do see a Vex ban coming through. She's been a bit of an oppressive mid laner, even after a few nerfs coming through. Her wave clear early, and her ability just to roam with that semi-global ult with resets is terrifying if you're on the receiving end of it. But so far, we've seen a lot of emphasis been put towards the top side of the map. Very strong 2v2 for the bot side to kind of sit on an island for a bit. The Sylas ban coming through as well. We have seen a lot of Sylas being played as a great skill matchup, has a lot of utility to turn into a stun bot, as well as that Kingslayer keeping him sustained. It's just a really great bruiser all around. And I think for the side of Longhorn Gaming, it's not something you want in the hands of Daimiko.
I mean, I will say these names, guys, that we're about to be popping off whenever we start getting into the game. I will do my best to to pronounce all of them on key on time, but a lot of them are like wordfuls. Like their catalog kind of big. So I do apologize if I do mess up on some of the names and or if Rector does. But hey, we're gonna try and get it as best as we can. And the Zach, maybe yes, okay. I actually love me some Zach. When Zach first came out. I was a huge fan of the whole entire concept and his whole entire character in Champ. Like, and then I just love his abilities now that they changed it up a little bit for him to jump in and how he grabs 2 people and smashes them together on his Q. I'm a huge fan of Zach. So, I mean, going in with the Zach pick, I mean, I'm excited to see what type of games because I don't see many like official games with Zach into it.
Yeah, the secret weapon, Zac. And on the opposite side, we see the Amumu. The sad mummy is going to have friends on the Rift today. Probably seeing him more traditionally in the jungle role with some of the nerfs that he received on the last patch. Really targeted towards his Q mana cost early. Kind of pushes him away from the support role where we saw him at previously. And then finally finish off with a blind pick Akshan. Akshan, another champ that some would call overloaded. I like to say you just have to read a little bit more. It's okay. But uh, we're going to see that answered with a Syndra to maybe round out Longhorn Gaming's comp. Is a pretty good answer. Has the ability to trade with him early and as well as the scatter of the week to act as that stun to stop him from really coming in. And yeah, it's locked in. So we now finally have our lovely drafts put together.
I mean, we're looking at both of these sides from OU and from UT. I just know that some of these champs that are coming in are some of their more played champs. Just like as I was harping on the Zach, I mean, we got a solid at least 30 games coming out of Cantaloupe Guts for him to have that 39% win rate with him, though. But he does have a solid amount of games in Zach, so it should be a good time watching it to see this high level gameplay from that side, and then also. I mean that Fiora pick. Whenever I'm top lane, I hate playing against it in general. And Fiora and Irelia, I just feel like they're the same thing practically. So I'm not a big fan of either of those. But when you see them pop off, they pop off.
Absolutely, and that'll really be the question to see in the first few minutes. Mordekaiser into Fiora is quite the matchup. Her ability to riposte the perfect timing there for the EQ combo from Mordekaiser can really change that 1v1. And if you're the side of Longhorn Gaming and Fiora's going off, you don't even need to go to the top side of the map. It's solved for itself. And with what is really bot lane Armageddon, Lucian and Nami do not want to sit around and farm. They want to put you on gray screen. And a lot of the tools that Severumi have to stop that really puts them at odds. So I'm super interested to see because I've played Severumi, and it's what's the word? Not really interactive. Sever just throws out her Q, kills a wave, and you just gotta stand there and wait for the next wave to walk up. So if they're able to find an angle, especially with Zach needs very little. I call most tanks they're like trash pandas. They don't need much. They just go back and buy a ruby crystal and they're happy with it. But his ability just to get those level 2 ganks from some really interesting angles could change and spell a lot of just early mayhem for the side of OU.
Yeah, I mean, as you saw, once the Yumi pick comes in, it was an instant response. I mean, they practically locked in right as soon as they saw the Yumi switch over. It was Lucian Nami, and having the Yumi on top of Sivir, how it's going to be just kind of just floating around. Like you land a bubble, you're gonna take major damage, especially if they do go the electrocute build, as we were saying with Nami. But for all the people that don't know much about League of Legends and how this game kind of goes, think of it a mobile battle arena. That's the proper name for it, right, Ragnar? I want to say it's
Yeah,
a,
yeah, we'll
a
go with it.
MOBA. Yeah, we'll go
Sounds
to a
good.
MOBA.
Nobody needs to
Massive.
Google that. Just take our word for it.
So I mean, just so you know, it's kind of 3 lanes and then the jungle. Your goal is to get to the other nexus. There's different things that give you a little bit of more amounts of gold for getting kills, for getting objectives on the map, for kind of going down and pushing these towers. And early on, you get some more gold for the plates that you get off of these towers early on. And there's different things that kind of go into the whole thing. But long story short, if you're just watching, just look for the cool big, and you don't watch League of Legends, just look for the big cool plays with all the abilities flying in and see who can get to their base first, pretty much.
The faster that Brandon talks means the cooler that things are happening. That is the way to keep up with it. And really,
Yeah.
with this matchup, the first game of the night, we're going to see a lot of creativity. We're going to see a lot of opposing interest when you have these champions put together in this composition. Uh, both sides really want to have good side lane pressure and then have the rest of this 4-man, kind of a 4-1 sort of comp running around and really trying to force and trade objectives early, or as we move into the mid game. So they both kind of want to do the same thing. So that's really fun to see who's going to kind of have the upper hand and be able to pressure side lanes and really control the map early. Will decide a lot of how this game is played.
And I'm actually in the chat right now. If you guys want to say who will take the game, you can bet your points. I'm actually all first. I'm all inning all my 17,000 viewer points onto the side of OU. So don't let me down because I've worked really hard from watching a lot of stuff on here. So I'm hoping that I get some dubs with my giant prediction coming in. But if UT does win, anyone who votes on that side will get a huge payout.
That is true. It does, it's World's time, so a lot of us are high on either hopium, copium, whatever you want to call it. But looking at both these teams right now, it's going to be a game of League of Legends. And if you haven't been watching, or you just need a really quick re-up of how we got to this 3-3 tied series over the weekend. Yesterday we had Rocket League with Longhorn Gaming's taking that one. Rainbow Six Siege with OU taking a win, and Valorant with Longhorn Gaming taking that win. And then today, we Call of Duty with Longhorn Gaming taking a win, CSGO, OU taking that dub, and most recently, Overwatch with OU taking that. So it all comes down to my favorite game and probably one of the craziest things to watch.
Oh yeah. I mean, League of Legends, the best part about it and why I keep coming back is that not every game is the same. Like you don't get the same routes. You don't see the same champs in every game. You don't know the matchup. Everything is so dependent on so many different factors. And that's why people do also get a little bit more frustrated when playing the game because there's just so many things going wrong. But the teams with the strongest mentals are able to get through it because there are different comps that are better for early game and some different comps that are better for late game and then in between in the mid game. So we're going to see these games either go really quick or really long, or maybe just nice in between. So I'm excited to see this kind of get going. But I need to get some water right now. So, Rector, you're going to have to jump in for a bit right now.
All right, Brandon, don't die on us. The excitement's just about to start so far. So something I'm just gonna highlight real quick is as we look at this draft is what he was talking about, like the early game versus late game. When you look at it, just going from the bot and working our way up. Lucian Nami it has this extremely early level 1 kill pressure. Any mispositioning from the side of OU could equal getting all in, and really looking at a gray screen early. And once they kind of have that lead, it's going to take the attention of the jungle to come down there or even mid to really try to break that up. So from the side of OU, they're looking to kind of weather this early storm, be able to get some stats and items to be able to kind of match this aggression that you're going to see from the new Lucian Nami lane. Working our way up to the mid, Syndra and Akshan is going to be a lot of a skill matchup. Syndra's ability to get her Dark Spheres down in the right places and really kind of challenge Akshan's ability to step up is going to work a lot of the time. Once Akshan has some items, is able to get the heroic swing in, that all in potential is there as well. But it's definitely going to be a spicy mid lane to say the least. Seeing Zac and Amumu in the jungle makes me happy because it's two tank jugglers. They're very supportive. Amumu with the Curse of the Sad Mummy, this huge AoE CC that can lock down teams, as well as his passive that's going to make them take that increased damage. It's going to be a beautiful thing. And then from the side of Zac, as we kind of said earlier, he's the secret weapon. He's this giant blob, if you've never watched League of Legends, that can jump over walls and do very creative things and bash people together. So both of them have this early game style where they want to get out on the rift and start making their presence known in lanes. And then finally in the top lane, like we were talking about with Mordekaiser and Fiora, this is the duel. This is where all the big boys go and play in the top lane. And if either one of them gets a potential advantage, it could spell the lane being really unplayable for the other. Fiora is known as a very mechanical champion that has the ability to take over games and has so much outplay potential to really just control her own fate. And Mordekaiser on the opposite side has the Death Realm. He can turn anything into a 1v1, regardless of what you may like. Um,
And actually, I mean, that's my favorite thing. In the Death Realm, I just call it the Shadow Realm. I just say, hey, we're sending him to the Shadow Realm for a big 1v1 to kind of go in and go at it. But I mean, it looks like we're loading into the game just a bit. So this is the part that I like to talk about is the skins. So I will say from the side of one, two, three. Yeah, I will say, hey, I'm just gonna say, oh, you won the skin battle just off of that because it was a real quick in and out for us on that side. But it should be a great game going back and forth into this side. Now, I'm going to introduce the blue side of the map for you. We have friend OU, and the blue side will be Mito Fu going Mordekaiser in the top lane, Schizozoria going in the jungle with Amumu, Daimako going into the mid lane with Akshan. We got Monster Summoner in the bot lane with Penguin going Sivir, and Penguin Architect going Yumi as support. If you'd like to introduce the red side to us.
Yes, and on the red side, we have Longhorn Gaming. In the top lane, Moose Hater on the Fiora. In the jungle, Zac, piloted by Cantaloupe Guts. In the mid lane, Stupid Dumb Donkey on the Syndra. Fofo34 and respectfully in the bot lane on the Lucian Nami. And looking like we're just going to get a standard 5-point to start the game off. And a little bit of the memes are coming out. I love seeing the emotes early on to see what we got. The thumbs up is probably my favorite.
Oh man, and then look, we got Mordecai just rocking it out in the in the river right now, doing his normal guitar solo that he does. But I did kind of see the normal 5 point just coming through because I think both teams are also very cautious on this matchup just because they're new. So I think once someone gets a little bit of room that they feel like they can just go for it. I think we're going to see a lot of people trying to limit tests and go for some big plays here just because they're on the big stage right now. So it's either time to put up or shut up right now in this best of three. And it's going to be a little bit of a boring start just for a little bit right now. But I think with actually in the bot lane, which Nami did go electrocute in the bot lane. So, I mean, Fofo 34 and respectfully are going to be trying to go pretty hard early in this lane.
Yeah, 100%. Taking the dash first, leveling the E on Lucian allows you to kind of get in, get the electrocute proc off from Nami's buff, and then turn around and really just hard win these trades. So they're definitely going to look generally do a leashless start and try to get into lane early to get that early push. But everybody's starting pretty neutral, pretty normal piece to it. We're going to see both the junglers starting on the bot side and working their way top. So as we get towards the scuttles spawning on the map, it'll be interesting to see where the wave states are for them to be able to see. And right now, Monster Summer doing exactly what I was talking about, playing very respectfully, just using that Q to sort of farm and just weather the early storm that is the Lucian Nami.
Played respectfully against respectfully. So in that bot lane, but I mean with the Airy, it is going to be a good time to try and get some of that little bit of poke that he can. But as you saw right there, I mean Zach just flew into the chicken pit right there against all of them to try and just just farming it up, doing the normal just little dancey dance back and forth. And I mean right now, I'm telling you, everyone's just kind of like respecting each other's game right now. They know it's going to be a huge series, so everybody's just feeling it out. I think.
Yeah, and you saw, okay, Fiora going in
Oh,
early.
and Mito Fu might be going down here. Moose Hater is right on the charge, and one more hit. Not going to be enough. And Mito Fu does need to be careful a little bit because this is the oppressive power that Fiora has with just having the blade dance ability just to counter any ability that kind of comes in. So it's gonna be a pretty annoying top lane for Mito Fu right now.
Yeah, we can see on the minimap that the Amumu is taking the top scuttle, even though Mitofu is just completely pushed under tower. He's able to get in there, burn it down real quick before anybody has a chance to respond.
And
Don't
that is a
know. Yep.
bold strategy, Cotton.
Yeah, we love to see it. And we already saw some of the vision doing work early. Damiko got a ward on Raptors on the red side to kind of fish out Cantaloupe Guts earlier on. And then in turn, we just saw Amumu getting stuck on a ward. So a lot of good vision play from the side of OU to start sniffing out some of these potential moves.
Yep, and with Cantaloupe Guts actually moving down to this scuttle to pick it up just so that he does not get double scuttled, is going to have their vision out for a bit, or is going to have show off a little bit more vision. They put a ward down in the tri-bush so they can see if anybody's coming up because Fofo and respectfully, oh, here comes Cantaloupe Guts, maybe gonna jump in right here, just sitting it out, feeling here. But Schizozarnia is right here next to it to counter it, but he does not know that there's a ward right here. Oh, here comes Zach flying in, picks him up, hits him with his Q off of it. Double charge and just enough damage just to make him back up a bit right now.
Yeah, that is the thing about Amumu early. Does not have a lot of these tank stats. We do see the Repose come out and get the stun.
Oh, and here comes Daimako coming in and flying in. Here comes the TP coming in. Moose Hater about to go down. One shot. Mitofu with the flash. Stupid dumb donkey is gonna be in a tough situation, able to make it out. Has a little bit of low mana. Daimako and Mitofu able to pick it up right there. And Daimako does now have an assist on that.
Yeah, first blood going over to the side of OU. Really well played from the side of OU. Daimako just stacking that wave up and then using that W of his to really get the move speed up into the top lane. We see how the heroic swing gets in there and gets a bunch of damage done. And this gives a bit of an advantage over to the side of Mitofu to have a little bit of that pressure kind of walked off.
And UT does have double teleport on their side of the team comp with Moose Hater and Stupid Dumb Donkey both going teleport, and both of them used it to where Moose Hater can get back into lane, pick up some of those minions into that wave so that he's not too far behind, and is able to keep the lead in the CS right now, going 32-28 against Mitofu.
Yeah, and that was a really smart play from the side of Longhorn Gaming. Most people you'll watch in solo queue after they die in lane will just run back up. But having a stupid dumb donkey there to push out the wave and Moose Hater just runs straight to mid to make sure there's no gold loss on the map and is able to rotate right back up here to kind of keep themselves going.
And with Moose Hater hitting 6 right now, feeling a little bit more confident. But we have Daimako and Schizozornia coming in. Oh, saw them on the ward. Gets the pull back, dashes out of it. Moose Hater in trouble a little bit. We got 3 here. Cantaloupe Guts coming in to help. And the grab from Schizozornia knocks him up a little bit. Able to spread out some damage. Might be able to pop a passive. Does not have enough damage to get this done. But Stupid Dumb Donkey is coming in for support right now while Cantaloupe Guts is walking back and Moose Hater. So everyone's kind of backing up to their own thing. But that ward spotted it out super early to where it was able to counteract that.
Yeah, we're seeing the beauty of Akshan early. His ability to trade.
Oh, and here we go. That's scary. Once Yuumi jumps off, you just got to be careful with that, and you take it with Moose Hater here, trying to still get in a little bit of those little fights right now. Oh, Fofo 34 hitting a little bit low, respectfully, with the heal, and is backing up a little bit to where now Monster Summoner and Pick on Arctech on the back heel are now on the front heel right now in this wave.
And that is just so much damage coming out of Sever early with that Q. I did decide to go Fleet Footwork, so has a lot more of the lane sustain. And just being in that precision tree, she does scale wonderfully into the late game, depending on what style of build she goes. Right now, just Caulfield's Warhammer. Kind of hard to tell. It makes me feel like she's going to go Lethality. But with a Zac on the team, on the enemy team, it's going to be a little rougher to tear through.
Yep, and okay, and Saishazoria is actually the name for Amumu, and Saishazoria is coming on to respectfully, knows that Zami is a little bit weaker, and the Curse of the Mummy comes in, but Cantaloupe flies back in, grabs them both together, and Schizozornia does go down. Penguin Architecture and Monster Summoner in trouble here, able to pick up Daimako with the Q off the backside, and Monster Hunter just trying to barely escape, and goes down, and a perfect bubble from respectfully to pull him off. Cantaloupe Guts has one arm on Daimako, but behind him, Stupid Dumb Donkey is coming to support. Better watch out because the passive is still up. Daimako able to get this damage out. Here comes the TP coming in. Cantaloupe Guts almost down, but the ult comes in from Stupid Dumb Donkey, able to then pick up Daimako off the back end for the burn, but Midofu comes flying in, able to pick up the kill right here from Stupid Dumb Donkey. Cantaloupe Guts still taking the damage, pulls him back. He said, bring that, but right here, able to finish with 3-3, be able to pop the passive, and we're off to an exciting match.
We love to see it. So many summoners blown in such an elongated fight. For some of the viewers, whenever you see this shadowy looking tent over a player outside of Midofu, that's him using the Death Realm. So for us, it looks like he's still there, but to them, they're locked in that 1v1. And he used it to perfection there to be able to secure the kill and really turn this fight around. It looked like it was going to be a total loss for the side of OU.
Yeah, and they were able to bring it back, especially with the delayed teleport off of it, not knowing when to come in, thinking it was kind of lost. Came in at the perfect moment to be able to support the team on that one. So right now, actually, Midofu is sitting on a strong 2-0 right now, and Monster Summoner able to pick up a kill.
Yeah, and now it looks like people are finally starting to go back to their regular lanes, back to our regularly scheduled laning phase. And you're starting to see some of the beauties of either side. Actually, earlier on in that fight, Daimako trying to find the ultimate from Akshan to get down somebody, and ended up getting body blocked. But as well, Stupid Dumb Donkey was able to find that Scatter of the Weak that actually Gate kept him out of the fight for so long. So by the time he got down there,
Midofu in trouble. Zac comes flying in. Midofu is then going forward to try and make an escape. Hits the flash, is then back on Moose Hater, but it does not look like very good timing for Midofu getting the 2v1 treatment right now. And Midofu's just trying everything to get out and survive, but Moose Hater with the shutdown on top of Midofu.
Yeah, super unfortunate timing there. He does go down. I see Daimako again just trying to push these waves and rotate off and try to make Stupid Dumb Donkey have to choose between trying to catch up on the CS or trying to match the plays from him. Even if it's just walking into River where he can't see him, now they have to play the game of, you know, where's Waldo? Where is the Akshan? Before we try to do anything. With especially Moose Hater up here on the top side getting some early plates to try to support this lead and kind of push him ahead in lane. Now up about 6-7 CS and a tower plate, it looks like 2. off of that play.
Yep, and they're able to get that big Shelly right there, get Harold and pick it up for the side of OU. And UT is up in gold right now with only about 600 gold, nothing much. It's a really tight game right now, 3-4. If you're not used to seeing League of Legends matches, but just know that this is a really tight match where they're actually going to try and sneak this early drag right here. Well, it's not really so early, but going to get this drag with respectfully Fofo34 and Cantaloupe Guts picking it up, melting it right now.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to see from the side of Longhorn Gaming. If you lose something on the top side of the map, you have to look for the cross-map play. Getting early dragon stacking is great for them, especially if they're not going to be able to contest that Herald. And we're just going to have to really see what goes from here, where OU decides to put that gold investment of the Rift Herald down and really kind of open up the map. Hopefully down towards the bottom side would be nice. Go ahead and get this Sivir Yuumi online and get a little bit more gold in their pocket, especially with just this small CS discrepancy.
Yeah, and actually Zach going with the Dark Seal, feeling a little bold, getting some damage in there by going Dark Seal for his little pickup. And I mean, as he should right now with 3 assists, sitting in being able to perfectly support UT in the time that he needed. Oh, and a little action for Moose Hater, Mito Fu, feeling each other out, getting some hits in back and forth, but going to be the normal just back and forth as top lanes do. Oh, and Pico Architect is in trouble. Fofo34 is able to pick it up. Here comes the ult from Fofo34, able to just to pull off Monster Summoner. And Daimako and Schizozornia are on their escape out of the river right now.
Yeah, you got to watch out when you're Yuumi. You're one of the smallest champions in the game, just getting destroyed in the river. We're starting to see some of the itemization come through, though, like you were talking about earlier with Cantaloupe Guts already picking up the Frostfire Gauntlet, just adding that much more slows in CC into his already pretty CC-driven kit, as well as the Kraken Slayer coming out from the Lucian. Generally, we have seen the Gale Force being the starting item, or the mythic of choice for Lucian, but into a tankier comp with Mordekaiser and Amumu.
Oh, and here comes Schizozornia with the flash in, still trying to chase down and grab the binding on top of Fofo34 with the Cursed Mummy, going for the shutdown down to Daimako. They're backing up. Oh, but here comes Cantaloupe Coats jumping in. Pulls two together right here, and Let's Bounce gets activated on top of Schizozornia, but here comes the Yuumi ult and the TP coming in with the back lane. They are trying to escape right now from the side of OU, throwing the Q, and the back does get canceled, where the heroic swing comes flying in with Penguin Architecture for the kill, and Daimako trying to pick up the double, and moving on with Moose Hater still fighting up top. Cantaloupe Guts is not able to stop them anymore, and here comes the comeuppance from Akshan.
Wonderful play, just a full win for the side of OU, gets the Herald down, and it's going to be able to pick up some wonderful tower plating from that play. And you just see the beauty of the Curse of the Sad Mummy, as well as the ultimate from Yuumi. They're able to put so much wide range CC down, and it just allow safe hitting from the Sivir and the Akshan just to come through.
Yeah, I mean, wow, what are great engages though. I mean, even with Cantaloupe Guts coming in, able to just start it off to start the swing back onto UT's favor. But the teleport from top did get canceled, so TP is both down for the side of UT again, with Mitofu's teleport still up. So, I mean, there's going to be some crazy things coming in. We're going to see that heroic swing from Daimako every single time, just flying in, flying out. But now it does have some gold on him. Crouching a little bit, just hanging out, just trying to Assassin's Creed his way into some fights right now. But I mean, respectfully, and Fofo34 just was not able to escape the curse binding from Schizozornia.
No, this is definitely a Merc Treads game if I've ever seen one. Itemization already coming out. The Executioner's calling on the Lucian, trying to take care of some of this early game healing from Yuumi, who now has the Moonstone Renewer done. She's full build. We're good, guys. She is going to be healing so much throughout this game, and it's only going to get bigger from here. So hopefully we'll see a little bit more of an itemization towards the anti-heal, picking up the grievous wounds on more than just the Lucian. Chemtech Putrefier would be great from the Nami, who's already throwing out all of these heals and AoE buffs to her team. she can apply that 60%
Oh.
Grievous runes to everybody.
Stupid dumb donkey trying to like sit right here to try and sneak up a little bit. Oh, Daimako, the ward just gets placed. He does get caught out. That is Moose Hater's emote throwing it back saying, hey, I see ya. So as they clear out this ward bot right here, both tensions are really high from both sides of the team because it is a very tight game. Only about 700 gold off, 1 kill higher, like no turns down for either side. Like this game is going to start pushing into later if unless there's these big plays coming. Oh, Cantaloupe Gups comes flying in, just trying to clear some minions out. Knows he's tanky enough to where he won't get burst down as soon as he lands, and he does have his passive up.
Yeah, side of Longhorn Gaming's looking to set up a control for this next Drake coming up the ocean. Drake spawning in about 10 seconds.
Here comes Cantaloupe Guts jumping in. Daimako heroic swings his way out, and that is one of the great mobility plays that Daimako is able to make with Akshan, to where 4 of them were just there, and they are making their way down to this dragon, to where there's already a couple sitting there, and there's no TP for the side of Moose Hater to come join this fight, but Mirofu still can join the fight. Monster Summoner might be caught out. Penguin Architect comes flying on, and they're going for the kill, just jumping on top of him, and the wave comes in. Schizophrenia is able to get pushed off onto the backside, while Monster Summoner is just getting beat down from Stupid Donkey and Cantaloupe Guts right now. Jumps back in. Fofo 34 has slain another with Penguin Architect getting caught up by the bubble. Daimako able to throw it off, and that is a double kill for Stupid Dumb Donkey onto their approach to this dragon.
Yeah, big overstep from the side of OU. Monster Summoner stepping out into the river, almost trying to be bait, but with just Penguin Architect and Amumu being there, there's not enough damage to do anything. So the Yumi ultimate comes out, the Curse of the Sad Mummy comes out, but there's just not anything to really shred and take down. Daimako, because he had a heroic swing away from that that gank in the mid lane, just was not in a position to really start dealing damage. And we saw how quickly it can fall apart when you're not set up. So now 2 Drakes to the side of Longhorn Gaming.
And Mudafu does fall to the side of Moose Hater, to where Moose Hater is looking a little tanky. By going Divine Sunder is actually going to help them out a lot against this Amumu and against this Mordekaiser a little bit later on when they start getting a little bit bigger. Oh, and Cantaloupe Guts comes flying in from the other side of the map as Daimako is just here trying to burst them down a bit. Maybe they're just trying to test their ability. Heroic Swing comes flying in. Cantaloupe Guts is getting shot up, just trying to take out the passive for the side of Daimako, trying to get it off.
Yeah, Akshan has that 3-hit passive that does so much work. Just sitting on just the a pickaxe and the shield bow, just did a lot of work right there, and it's only going to get worse. So you definitely have to respect spacing. Oof.
Daimoko's rogue swings out of there, is able to get out. Such a strong pick for the side of OU to get away from these 3-4-man ganks, or just freaking trying to gang up on them at this point, where they're going to walk on their way this way to try and pick up the second herald of the game right now. With Cantaloupe Guts diving into the pit, we do have 4 of them top right now.
Yeah, a little bit of a late herald pickup. The plates have already fallen, so not the same amount of extra gold coming out on the map, but definitely great to turn around and get the map opened up, knocking down one of these tier 1 towers. With the numbers they have right now, it'll be interesting because OU has rotated their bot lane to mid as well to sort of match the play. So not much going to happen for now. Just continuing to scale up into the game. Mythic items coming through for all the side of Longhorn Esports minus the Nami. And then the same thing we're kind of seeing on the opposite side for OU. Interesting choice by Monster Summoner to start off with the Essence Reaver and now going into a new quiver item.
Moose Hater jumping on Midofu, but Schizophrenia picks, notices it coming down. Here comes the parry. Midofu coming to chase up. The TP is dropping down. Moose Hater still surviving throughout this time. Stupid Dumb Donkey comes flying in. Schizophrenia here. Midofu is low, able to get the shutdown. Schizophrenia goes on, see if he can land the other second cast of the binding. Oh, but the balls come flying in to take out Stupid Dumb Donk, or Stupid Dumb Donkey's balls come flying in to take out Midofu.
And that was such an amazing play. Moose Hater getting off the grand challenge, beautifully done, but sadly the healing comes through just a little too late and goes down. Feels bad from the side of Midofu to step up again and end up getting taken down by the Unleashed Force from Stupid Dumb Donkey. But nonetheless, a good 2-for-1 for the side of OU.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they're excited with these TPs. You're gonna see just a lot of fights, and with Moose Haters and Minofu's TP back up, I mean, Moose Haters gonna look for Cantaloupe Guts coming in. They really want this Timeko, where Cantaloupe Guts is just initiating on this 1v1 right now, to where it's trying to just get them off the tower so they don't push it because it is still 1-1 in the tower battle.
Yeah, and so far it doesn't seem as though Longhorn Gaming has found the exact answer to Daimiko. Zach cannot answer him. You can just kind of push him away, but it's definitely not going to get the kill. And so far, Super Dumb Donkey hasn't had that much luck in lane against him either, due to some fancy footwork, really getting around those Scatter the Weaks. So thus far, he's been able to kind of have this side lane pressure and be able to rotate, and not really get punished for it thus far. And they're going to have to find an answer to that, maybe in the form of Fiora here soon, or else he's just going to be able to split the map and continue to generate this pressure on the top side with the Drake coming up in less than a minute.
Now, on this fight for the side of OU, if when it jumps into a team fight, who do you think that Mitofu should send to the Shadow Realm in this battle? Because I mean, Moose Hater and him are going neck and neck on this 1v1, and I lost the last fight that they had up in the top lane. Who do you think that he should be sending out into that to try and disturb the side of UT?
You know, if I were Mitofu, and I'm not a great Mordekaiser player, but let's just act like I was. I think, especially around these objectives coming up, pulling Zack away may be a good answer. Take away the 50-50 smite fight and put him in a position to just be able to take objectives. If not him, then yeah, I think it's still trying to get rid of Moose Hater. Their ability to just kind of wreak havoc on the backline, on Daimiko and Monster Summoner, is a little crazy. But with just a one tank comp from the side of Longhorn Gaming, that would be probably their best bet.
Oh, and this dragon is going down right now super fast. That'll be the third one, and that is a pickup. Tormito Fu is actually in a battle right now. Torcanelo Guts jumps on top of him. He is in the wrong side of the neighborhood. They're in the Shadow Realm, though, respectfully trying to escape from him, able to pick it up, but does get taken out by the whole team aside of Longhorn Gaming.
The wrong place to be is in the Shadow Realm with Mito Fu there. Does pick up the kill. Very out of position though. It feels like from the side of OU they're saying we're not gonna wait. Ooh.
Oh my gosh, Cantaloupe Guts comes flying in, trying to get the burst damage just to take out Monster Summoner, and is not able to get it down, with Yumi able to heal right back up. The whole entire thing with just two abilities later, Monster Summoner is back to good health. Oh, Daimako actually kind of coming in right here. Maybe trying to go for the burst kill right here, or... Oh, stops the back a little bit, sees everything going on, does go back, and Moose Hater does able to pick up that bot tower. And to where Schizozornia is 1v1ing Moose Hater. Here comes the TP in. Maybe going to land a Curse Binding if he can get close enough. Minofu coming in with the little speed from you get when you spawn into the game. Not able to catch him just yet. And that is a TP down for the side of OU.
Yeah, unfortunate all around. That just gets out of there, gets another tower. A lot of pressure being pushed from Longhorn Gaming. They are on Soul Point. This is where comps generally start to come online. This is the point with this fourth drag coming up in 3.5 minutes. They have to fight it. They have to do something to slow the momentum, especially with a Mountain Soul. The shields that they're going to get from that alone. Zac is already tanky. He's just going to get more tanky from that, as well as the survivability it gives to Syndra and Lucian to continue to be aggressive in these fights. So we're going to have to see how they set up for the next objective, start to get control of this bot lane push, as well as hopefully get down to tier 1 in mid lane to really start controlling that side, the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, if you look at that, he's also doing a bit of damage with from the side of Cantaloupe Guts. Like having that Dark Seal 10 stacks has not gone down, has those 8 assists, 184 CS. I mean, both teams are actually CSing very well in this matchup right now in these lanes. Super high scores right now, 24 minutes in. Daimako maybe going to try and make something happen right here. Stupid Dumb Donkey does get the stun off, but the damage is just too strong from the side of Daimako.
That's a huge investment from the side of OU, taking the exhaust as well as the Yumi ult on top of it to make sure that Stupid Dumb Donkey goes down. Nobody here on this side of the map to really contest him, though, so that should be an easy tier 2 on the top side.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, for the side of OU, they are playing a little bit back right now, but I mean, they're doing it just what they need to do right in this moment of the game where Middlefield and Moose Hater just going at it this whole entire game, just back and forth, matching each other in these side lanes, trying to see who can really come out on top. Oh, Schizozornia coming up. Does not get seen yet by Moose Hater, trying to land the pull in, probably noticed something backing up a bit, and is going to try and back out of there.
Yeah, Fiora is doing a great job of just pulling pressure to her side of the map in order for there to be
Uh-oh,
plays
Cantaloupe Guts comes
elsewhere.
flying in and the wave onto Schizozornia. How is he going to be able to get the curse binding, landing on top with the curse of the masked mummy, able to land and not be enough to kill respectfully with Fofo34 just coming in. Oh my gosh, and Daimako comes flying in with the damage to spawn kill Stupid Dun Donkey again off of that. So at this moment now, Daimako knows that he can just take on Stupid Dun Donkey whenever he wants. But I mean, the side of UT hasn't like answered Daimako in the side lane.
Now he's now gotten a tower and a half to his name with Ping and Architect along for the ride, providing these heals and slows. He is now a problem for the side of Longhorn Gaming.
Hey, I mean, that's what the side of OU needs right now in this damage output from that side. Because also with Stupid Dunk Donkey, whenever is in the fights or near everyone, they're able to zone OU out. All they have on the side of OU for range on that is just Sivir's Q. Just throws it out there, and that's all they kind of have going on. So it's either waiting for the initiation from Cantaloupe Guts to come in, or from the side of Schizozornia to come flying in there with the Curse of the Bass Bummy.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. We have 30 seconds until the Drake. No vision on the side of OU. It is a dark map, and Monster Summoner is out of position, able to get away with the ultimate, but that is not going to be up for this fight at the Drake for Soul.
Oh, and here comes Cantaloupe Guts flying in, able to grab Midofu and slash them together with the wave in the back line. It's a 2v1 right now, 1v1 in the Shadow Realm. Here comes Rooted from the top. Daimako coming in with the damage from Fofo34. Able to get the shutdown down. One drops, two drop for the side of OU. Daimako still putting out burst damage, but Cantaloupe Guts is able to pick up the next kill and a double kill for Daimako. It's Monster Summoner Daimako versus Moose Hater and Cantaloupe Guts. Does not look good for UT because Daimako is flying in, and here comes Cantaloupe Guts charging up. It is godlike for Daimako, flying in with the heroic swing, able to just burst down. Cantaloupe Guts trying to escape with the passive, and that is a win for the side of OU in that battle, with Daimako just styling on this heroic swing and has revived Minofu in that with the shutdown, going to Monster Summoner, picking up the drag to stop the soul point for Longhorn Gaming.
And this is exactly what we were talking about when you talk about in terms of scaling. Akshan has found it. He is on 2.5 items. He has the Yumi, which is the third summoner spell you need in your arsenal, and is able just to find these angles with all the pressure that Midofu was pulling in the initial onslaught. Just free firing on the back line, able to find these resets on the heroic swing, and now has slowed the game down another 5 minutes before Longhorn Gaming can try to find and contest the next soul.
And I think that caster curse might be real, that people say, because you said, hey, I think, Minofu had to do something. If I was him, if I was this player, I would take Cantaloupe Guts out of the battle. And that is what he did when Cantaloupe Guts jumped on top of him, was able to ult him. And then that made the whole entire side of OU just turn their sides back to the other way to try and start getting these burst damage kills, because they are pretty squishy for the side of Longhorn Gaming with their damage carries.
Yeah, exactly. And now we see the IE, the Infinity Edge, coming in for both Daimako as well as Monster Summoner, having that extra crit where they're just going to hit a bit harder. The side of Fofo34 still waiting on what looks like to be a Sherelda's Grudge with that last Whisper, but is a little bit behind due to the fact that he did pick up the Executioner's Calling.
Oh, here comes the dash. Fofo34 able to land most of the calling on top of Monster Summoner, able to just get a little bit of heal back from it. He is sitting one man alone on a tower versus the world, just like Silver players love to be doing right now. And all those people that are spamming hydrate in the chat, just know that I am drinking all these hydrates for everybody. So I've been drinking water whenever I'm not talking for all these hydrates.
I have not. Sorry, guys. GG, go next. We'll get them next time.
I'll take it for the team, Regdor. Don't worry. Well, I'll take the hydrates.
We need it. We need it. And at this point in the game, OU has firmly found themselves sitting at a nice 4K gold lead, roughly, at 29 minutes into the game. This is really where we have to start seeing the plays towards the top side. Right now, Longhorn Gaming has vision control of the Baron, has vision control in their jungle. So not too many crazy plays that can come out unless you are the Amumu hiding in the bush.
Yep, and just like that, my does not want to be there against the whole team, but Dimecos is crouching out into the other side to where they're just rolling as a squad right now for the side of Longhorn Gaming. And as you see, OU is just kind of just fending everything off right now.
Yeah, they just continue to trade waves in mid lane, just letting it push back and forth. It's kind of the Cold War. With this pushing lane in top, somebody's going to have to go up there and answer it. We do see Stupid Some Donkey going up, just so they have control. They can get it pushed out. So there's really only 2 lanes to play on with that being said. And we do see Daimaco sneaking around on the bot side river, maybe looking to get some invade and get some early intel on the bot side of the map.
And the side of Longhorn Gaming, they need to find a way to single out Daimaco. But it's so hard when Penguin Architect is standing on top of it and Moose Hater is by himself right now. Schizozornia is off to the side. Daimaco going in, lands the exhaust on it. Moose Hater is trying to escape with the dash, is going low. Here comes the comeuppance with the ult flying in. Now Daimaco is legendary on this rift right now, sitting at 8-1. With this big damage for the side of Longhorn Gaming does have the backup and respect that they are down a player.
That was beautifully played, going towards the bot side of the map where they had the push, knowing somebody had to answer, and just happens to be Moose Hater that's going to be taken down. Did try to repost the comeuppance, sadly a little mistimed, but now they're just going to play on these 2 lanes, looking to knock down these tier 2s and really force Longhorn Gaming on the back foot with just a minute left until the Drake comes up.
Yeah, and I think Longhorn Gaming is just trying to find Daimaco in all this. Like whenever they can fight, they just want him. They got to get the shutdown. Once they shut him down, a lot of the damage is gone for the side of OU. But with them wandering like this, I mean, also, I mean, the longer this game goes on, the stronger and the more annoying Penguin Architect is going to get. As much as like there's not much going on around it with the cat just chilling on the shoulder, I mean, this healing is just, we just saw it jump on Monster Summoner and get back 2 tower shots in 1 heal.
No, absolutely. And now sitting on the Chemtech Putrefier as well as the Moonstone Renewer and a Forbidden Idol. Just so much power there. One is able to provide that 60% Grievous Wounds for the entire team. Just jumping around, a single heal gives you that. So itemization-wise, it makes your life so much easier.
Uh-oh. They don't have vision in it. They know who's there. They just saw Daimaco's ability get thrown out. They're able to kill down 1. And this is where the fight's going to happen right now. This 4th Dragon, 4 Soul Point for the side of Longhorn Gaming is what they're looking for. Here comes the TP in. That's probably what they're waiting for. Oh, the Curse Binding misses just barely. With Penguin Architect flying around. Schizozornia is just trying to go in, but Moose Hater just chunks it. Down for the Curse of the Sad Moment. Kenelo jumps in. The calling from the backline. Fofo able to pick up Schizozornia. Monster Summoner able to fight Daimaco in the backlane with Force going down, and Modofo does pop the Zonia's to where Kenneloco's passive gets popped. Daimaco's just heroic swinging around with a huge burst damage. Stupid Dumb Donkey does go down. Daimaco's still flying with the heroic swing, trying to chase these kills. Gets the revive on Modofo. Might be in trouble here. Able to jump off, get the heal down. Daimaco picks up the next kill. A triple for the side of Monster Summoner and a double for the side of Daimaco with the ace coming in. Stops the soul point. Dragon to the side of OU.
And that should be Baron right then and there. Easy rotate over. Daimaco sidestepping the tidal wave, which allowed him to just start putting down damage immediately. Just that little bit of an overstep from Moose Hater on the backline at the beginning of that fight spelled just such a difference for the side of OU to be able to just peel back and slowly figure out where they needed to go from there. And at this point, it's really hard if you're the side of Longhorn Gaming to how do you get back in this? You tried picking him out, you tried CCing him, but nothing seems to stop this man from swinging around and blowing up the backline.
I mean, when you get that Yumi pick, you got to know, okay, we got to either get this game done early or it's going to be a big problem as it is right now. So on for the side of Longhorn Gaming, it is an uphill battle, but I do. Everyone is saying they're talking about the little cupcake running around Mumu with his birthday party skin going around. So as it's just funny that I always forget how some of these skins look out on the Rift to people that don't watch League of Legends a lot.
Listen, to Mumu, if he was a real person, would be so happy that people liked him. That's like the greatest thing you could do. And this cupcake has been making fans. Getting these great ults to start off the fight with the Curse of the Sad Mummy has done so much for the team. And now I think if you're Longhorn Gaming, I really think that you're needing to press this side lane pressure, this 4-1 comp. We saw before the Drake was coming up. We had Moose Hater in the top lane, starting to go towards
Oh,
that tier 2.
wait a minute. Daimako is kind of out right now by himself. A lot of red surrounded by him. He's just doing his thing, crouching as the assassin does. But I thought something might have happened there. They did spot him out for the side of Longhorn Gaming. But once he disappeared, did not know where they were going to able to engage.
And Daimako being like a full item ahead and having this Guardian Angel now means that he's going to play even more aggressive into these fights. Not going to be able to give up a shutdown, but able to get in there and maybe go a little bit deeper than he's used to. Now, all these lanes are starting to push. You see, we're threatening the inhib powers on mid and top, but really they're going to play through the mid bot side and just try to catch somebody out in rotation and slowly keep on moving this now 10k gold lead ahead.
Oh, and right now, trying to get a sandwich on top of Stupid Dumb Donkey happening right now. Here comes the heroic swing flying in, the bind, curse binding mid, curse of the sad mumming hits on Stupid Dumb Donkey for them to take the tower and start pushing with this Baron buff. Oh, what a huge chunk. Midofu is 1v1ing right now. Now it is a 3v1 where Moose Hater has to get out of dodge, sending him to the Shadow Realm. Right now, Midofu, he's just dancing around, ring around the rosy. Moose Hater does get the hit off of it, has to hit the Zhonya's for safety, and Monster Summoner is able to pick up the kill once he left the Shadow Realm.
Man, and props to Moose Hater for continuing. I've never seen somebody get down the Grand Challenge
Goat comes flying in with the wave and the calling too, just to ward them off. But the Yumiel comes flying in with the Midofu, big smash down on the Q, another kill, and the shutdown for Monster Summoner and the pickup from Daimako. That might be GG for the side of Longhorn Gaming.
Absolutely. Just a little bit left on the Baron buff. They do have this wave coming in mid. Looking like they're just going to tank it up. When you have a Yuumi sitting on 3 items, this is what you're allowed to do.
Oh, but Stupid Dumb Donkey throwing out some waves, throwing some of them away. Here comes the heroic swing, cancel, able to just push them off. Schizophrenia is eating up these tower shots to where that might be GG. Oh my gosh, and the deletion comes out from Stupid Dumb Donkey where Daimako is trying to do it back, and that will be game 1 going to the side of OU.
Boomer sooner, baby. Game 1 is in the books. We're going to be back with game 2 to see how the side of Longhorn Gaming is going to be able to adapt from these picks from game 1. But we'll be back here shortly with game 2 on the Rift.
Welcome back, y'all. We are back at it again for game two of the Red River Clash, Longhorn Gaming versus OU. And this game, this series is the decider of the Red River Clash, 3-3. If OU does take this game, then they will be crowned the victors of the Red River Clash this year. But if Longhorn Gaming is able to pick up this win right here, it will push it to game three in the series. And I mean, I'm excited. It's that Will Brandon again with Regdor. Are you excited for this match? Because that was such a banger of a first match.
I'm ready to see, like it says in the chat, if Daimako has a million of fans, I'm one of them. If he has no fans, then I am dead. The man was doing work, but his Akshan was banned, as well as we saw the Yumi ban coming through on OU's side. So it's going to be interesting to see the adaptation. Miss Fortune getting first picked. She has had a super high priority, was banned out on the red side from Longhorn Gaming's in game one. So with her coming onto the Rift, it'll be exciting to see what the pairing is and to Thresh Caitlyn that want to have lane domination, want to have the push early. It'll be quite another bot lane Armageddon with the Leona coming through.
Very strong pick with the Leona. I mean, Leona just has been the pesky like support that everyone just kind of defaults to in the past couple months. It's just always been kind of going down that route once Yumi has been banned out of here. So I mean that's two ADC bans. I mean, for the side of Longhorn Gaming. And the Zac pick does coming in. I mean, played very strongly on it last game. So I can only see it. Oh, they said psych Brandon. Here comes the Trundle. So the big change up on me.
Yeah, picking Trundle early, technically a flex pick, can be played in the top lane as well as the jungle to a certain amount of perfection. It's really great into some of these tankier matchups with the Subjugate, able to reduce that armor, and has a lot of setup early. So looking like they want this kind of wombo combo. If you can get the pillar, get the solar flare down, you're going to eat a lot of damage. And the Volibear comes out, another not as popular, but still another flex pick between the top and jungle. So neither team showing a lot of their hand. Only thing right now showing is the bot lane. So moving into the second round of bans, still kind of fishing out what either team wants to get done.
Yeah, and then the Silas ban does come in for the side of OU, not wanting to see a lot of these ults taken away from them or reused against them. But yeah, that wombo combo will be very tough to deal with, just going over there and closing people out to where that CC will land enough to where if Diamondco does get as big as he did with Akshan, he could get shut down through all the ults that come flying and the Ziggs ban coming in, which has also been a very solid pick recently. But I do like the Ice Bear versus the Ice Troll. So that's just a fun time.
You're just matching up pictures, and you're like, I like this. This looks good to me.
That's
That's
hey, once you see it, dude, look at the backgrounds. I mean, that ice on one side, ice like of the Thunderlord Volley Bear. Like, come on now. Like, I'm a fan of the people. I'm the fan of the art. I'm the fan of these great champs that we get to play in this
hey,
game called League of Legends.
chat can rejoice. Cupcake was not banned. Cupcake is still alive. Has not been picked yet, but it is not off the table. We'll have to see for the side of OU what they're wanting to fill out this comp with. Blind picking the set, so that more than likely is the Volibear jungle and the set in the top lane. So now for the side of Longhorn Gaming, they're going to be picking two picks back to back, leaving the counter pick to the side of OU.
And very AD heavy coming from the side of OU right now. Oh, Camille the carry is hovered right now and locked in for the side of UT Gaming.
I want to see something spicy. Longhorns, this is do or die for you. What do we have? The Galio.
Talk
Galio
about wombo
Camille.
combo.
Yeah, Hextech Ultimatum with the heroic entrance on top of Bullet Time, Solar Flare. This is a team that wants to pick, lock down, and destroy. Turn you to gray screen. But OU does have the counter pick for mid. TF is open, another global champ that can kind of match that roam. Or maybe a cat. Oh my gosh, a Cassiopeia.
Oh,
That is that is wild. That is something that
hey,
I haven't got to see in a while. But in the hands of Daimako, this could spell a lot of pain. This stops Leona with the miasma. This stops the Camille hook shot. This stops the it stops every dash from the side of Longhorn Gaming. With a one well placed miasma, it changes the fight completely.
Yes, and I mean, hey, we don't see a lot of Cassiopeia, so I'm glad to watch this match with, especially in the hands of someone as skilled as Daimako. But I mean, that wombo combo coming out from the side of UT is going to be pretty tough to deal with whenever, because past those couple times in the last game, Akshan was able to get away. Well, Daimako as Akshan was able to get away with that heroic swing. So I mean, Cassiopeia is also not very mobile, you know. So one, she can't even buy boots. She doesn't have feet. So I mean, like, how is she going to be able to escape some of these dives that are going to come in from the side of UT?
No, absolutely. And especially with Galio, who doesn't want to be in lane, wants to get level 6, shove a lane, and then look towards the top side. That's the beauty of the Camille Galio, especially in the early game. Once they get the Hextech ultimatum down, especially with setup from Trundle with that pillar, into Volibear, there's not a lot of options if he's caught out to be able to get away from this. So look to see really a clashing styles with Longhorn Gaming really investing in the top side of the map, and on the opposite side, with Caitlyn Thresh, they're lane bullies. They want to get the push, they want to get tower plating and get opened up onto the map. And to be able to do that, you have to have your jungler kind of shadowing you and being there for the support. So we see two different playstyles, at least in draft, coming forward. And that's going to be the question of who can execute better or who can really just absorb the pressure and not give away as much of a lead to the other team.
Yeah, and to people that are watching, Cupcake did not get banned, but Cupcake did not get picked up. So Cupcake ain't joining this game right now, guys. So Cupcake is out of there. Also, yeah, as you said, it is a valid say that hey, if you don't got feet, you can't buy boots. So that's just how it
Yeah.
goes with Cassiopeia. And to anybody that does not know, at League of Legends with Cassiopeia, literally cannot buy boots, as her character is pretty much Medusa and doesn't have that. So it's a fun time when it comes to League of Legends lore.
No step on snake. That's where we're at right now. Cassiopeia has so many tools at her disposal, though. The petrifying gaze being one of the most OP abilities if used correctly. If you're looking at her, you're getting stunned. If you're not looking at her, you're getting slowed. Congratulations, it's a lose lose. Um, and especially with the setup from Set, the setup from Volibear, there's just so many pieces that look like a strong fighting comp from the side of OU, while on the side of Longhorn Gaming, it looks like they want to win in side lane. They want to win through this like 1-3-1 style pressure, with the Camille and Galio having that presence and that ability to split push. And then just the unit of Trundle, Leona, Misfortune. It's not something I want to uh, be looking down the barrel of, unless apparently you're Daimako. Daimako just has played so strongly in game one. And if I am Longhorn Gaming, the name of the game is shut him down. He doesn't have stealth. He doesn't have a third summoner spell called Yumi this game. Make him hurt and make him pay for trying to leave lane.
Yeah, I mean, right now, also in the chat, I mean, Overwatch, please do not throw your next game just because Cupcake was not picked. And Austin is kind of trolling us, Rexco Dragon, with voting to the other side because Cupcake was not chosen. So don't worry, guys. I'll call in right now and see what I can do for y'all on if there is a third game to see if Cupcake will make an appearance again.
The cupcake, though, man. It's the cupcake buff. We don't have the cupcake buff. What are we going to do? Maybe, now this is just an idea. One of Caitlyn's skins has the traps are cupcakes.
Oh, that could be the play right now, guys. We could have some
Bro,
type of cupcake factor in the game. But I mean, as you were saying with both sides of these comps, I mean, it's two totally different play styles from both sides of Longhorn Gaming and from OU. So I'm excited to kind of see how each of them kind of play it because if one lane gets a little bit more ahead than the other for the side of UT, like such as this Camille, such as either a Trundle. Like it's really hard because then Galio's heroic entrance on pretty much anywhere on the map. But if you're rotating with your team as these skilled teams do, can just fly in at any moment and have pretty much like a pocket Yumi with a knockup at least.
oh no, absolutely. And that's going to be the question of how they play the map, because Longhorn Gaming has more mobility and has the ability to get to the play first. So that means if you're OU, you have to set up and you have to think these things through of any matchups no longer a 2v2 or a 3v3. It could become a 5v5 very quickly. So choosing your engages smartly and really scaling into the game. Cassiopeia has some of the craziest scaling that is possible once she's on those 3 items. It becomes impossible to deal with unless you have a lot of hard CC to just shut her down. But with Caitlyn, Caitlyn is one of those champions that she has a nice 1 item power spike, but really slumps on until she gets to that 3 items. Most of the time, going for either that Gale Force or in some comps the Kraken Slayer Rapid Fire Cannon, i.e., that Rapid Fire Cannon gives a little bit more range, gives some attack speed and crit, but doesn't offer a whole lot of raw stats in terms of just pure pain. And due to that, it's really going to make it a hard time if she is behind.
Yep. And right now, actually, with that draft just finishing up, we see the skins come flying in. I will say that out of this, wow, actually, no, these are some solid skins on both sides. I mean, this is really just up to preference at that point. But that new Steel Dragon Thresh looking clean.
Now, I
And
will say there's no Galio skin, so that's 5 skins to 4. And if anybody knows that Skinergy equals Winergy.
let's go. And on the blue side this time, we got Moose Hater up in the top lane with Camille. We got Cantaloupe Guts going Trundle in the jungle. We got Stupid Dumb Donkey going Galio in the mid lane. Also with Predator, that's a very, very spicy pick with Fofo34 going MF in the bot lane and respectfully Leona in the bot lane for the side of
And
UT.
And for the side of OU, we do have Mitafu up in the top lane on set. Shice Zoria on the Volibear in the jungle. Daimiko on the Cassiopeia in the mid lane. And finally, Monster Summoner and Pingu Architect on the Caitlyn Thresh. And again, nothing crazy so far. Just your average 5 point. Really just keeping that early vision, as we saw in the last game. Getting that ward in the river just to watch for the invade and stay in a safe place. But we're already seeing some interesting things like you talked about. The Galio with the Predator has become the spicy take of the month with him in solo queue, giving him just that much more ability to roam early, shove his wave, and look to side lanes to start pressuring. Fofo opting towards PTA. We've seen Arcane Comet being a really big thing, which in my opinion here probably would have been the better play. Caitlyn has this natural reach advantage on you, so she's naturally going to be able to poke you more than you can poke her. So the early Comet and just being able to push down, make it rain would be a great time.
Yeah, and actually, yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about this, but there is no cupcake in the match. So that it looks like that our Overwatch team is throwing next year at the Red River Class 2022. So we'll have a spicy series then. But with Moose Hater and Mito Fu, I mean, they're just going to be kind of going back and forth because with Set wanting to have a little bit lower health so that the Phrase Breaker comes in and gets some more shields. I mean, it's just going to be annoying because with Moose Hater's grasp, I always like to call it picking boogers because that's all it is. It just pulls up, picks your booger, bounces, pulls up, picks your booger, bounces, just to try and build up to make it a little bit tankier. And no flash from the side of Moose Hater.
Yeah, Moose Hater opting into the teleport ignite, something that's kind of become popular but can be abused. With Mitofu taking so much damage early, the level 2 from Camille is
Uh-oh.
pretty wild.
Cantaloupe Guts coming in. Throws the pillar up. Minofu gets chomped on. Here comes one. Oh, just cancels the face breaker and is able to make it out on the skin of his teeth. So it will be a little bit tougher of a lane for Minofu, but does have the TP to get back.
Yeah, having to burn the early TP means they're going to have to give up the top scuttle easy enough. And Shizen Zoria just kind of go ahead and push him down to the bot side. Daimiko has played this lane well in both games of having this early prio and being able to look for warding, be able to look for really anything to catch those early advantages. Siphon
And
Zoria looking to get some counter jungling done. Sadly, none of the camps are up, or at least the camp he walked to wasn't. Raptor's just coming off of respawn, but he will pick up the bottom scuttle pretty well uncontested.
yep, and Monster Summoner, Penguin Architect, respectfully, Fofo34, just doing as bot lanes do, just waiting for that right moment to engage and start something kind of up with Monster Summoner, then hitting 3 right now, playing a little bit behind, only a couple CS onto the side of Fofo and respectfully.
Yeah, and this is for Fofo, and respectfully, they have to play respectfully because they get caught by one hook into the flay, into a trap. Just getting the headshot damage off from Caitlyn, even without items, is pretty wild.
Uh-oh, Sizen Zoria is over here. Gonna get knocked up from Stupid Dumb Donkey. Daimiko's here. First blood does go to Stupid Dumb Donkey. With Daimiko right here, still just shooting the abilities with the flash over, trying to get the poison. The heal still coming in. Throws the last shot. Is not enough for the side of Daimiko. And now it is 1-0 with the first blood going to Stupid Dumb Donkey.
Man, that was really well played by the side of Longhorn Gaming. A bit of an overstep. Cassiopeia, just having the tier, does not have a lot of combat stats early. And it's same thing, no back from Shizen Zoria yet, so just sitting on those starting items really spelled disaster for them, and giving a nice little pocket of change over to the Galio, who picks up the boots, has the Predator active now, and just a little bit more mobile getting out of lane.
Yep. And I mean, they're just gonna have to watch out for Cantaloupe Guts, able to be a lot more mobile. I mean, without the Zach pick, I mean, Zach is very mobile with him able to jump over walls and able to engage from really long distances. But the difference with this Trundle pick is that he's pretty much just gonna become like walking tank, just able to eat up a bunch of things and heal off that bite, depending on what build he kind of goes with.
I think the flavor of the month's still been the Divine Sunderer, just being able to spam abilities and get that health back on top of his natural passive of gaining health from things dying around him.
Uh-oh, Fu and Moose Hater going out with the Facebreaker, not landing on the wrong side of the rift for Fu as the Ignite comes in, and Moose Hater picks up a kill.
The solo bolo in the top lane, Moose Hater did pick up a Cully or Cole as well, so it's just really gonna scale hard into this game once they get that done. And they're already seeing just Shizen Zori having to come up here and hold this wave just so Moose Hater doesn't get any more of the lead. Now at the level 6 has the Hextech ultimatum open.
Oh, just gonna be able to back right there. And actually, Moose Hater goes on with Shizen Zoria, able to pick up another kill. And this is not what OU wants. 2-0 Camille this early in the game is just gonna just wreak havoc for them later on in the match. I mean, Daimiko is getting so close to taking down Super Dumb Donkey, but it's just not enough every single time.
No. And Daimako really has to scale into this game. The side of Longhorn has so much early agency to do this, as we're seeing the Camille online, just
Ooh.
with the Sheen now, doing so much damage.
Oh man, I mean, look at Daimiko still is not backed right here, able to do it. Coming out of the bush, jumps on Fofo 34, able to throw out all these abilities, chunking him down, and Fofo does go down with respectfully about to get picked up. Oh, just misses the blade, and it's a double kill for Daimiko down here in the bot lane, able to then pick up these plates as well. So that is 2 to the side of OU and 3 to the side of UT right now.
Yes, the eel is cracked, chat. Daimako going off, getting the double kill, and really this is what OU needs to do to stay relevant in the game. Moose Hater getting their advantages on the top side, and we're getting advantages through mid and bot. They'll have to continue to keep this pressure, stop this MF from scaling, and hopefully be able to stabilize top lane, because right now for Midofu, this is what you would call unplayable.
And Fu is over here trying to just get him off of this tower. Because, I mean, he was playing on the back end of his heal last game, too, as well, with the Mordekaiser. But Moose Hater is now playing more of a away, like, hard carry champion Camille in this matchup.
Yeah, especially with the Mordekaiser being able to say, like, okay, I could play the 1v1, like, I could pull people away. Doesn't have that same ability now with Set. Hopefully, it continues to just try to CS, be able to keep up within 8. So it's not a complete blowout. He'll be able to scale into the game. Definitely doesn't want to take too many more solo bolos from Moose Hater in this early game.
Yep, and this dragon is going to be sneakily taken, but I do know that UT did place vision there, so they did have some pings out and saying that maybe the dragon was getting taken, and it has been taken to the side of OU, with them getting the first drag this time. And Cantaloupe Guts picking up this Herald, which is actually coming to the top lane and will be taking a lot of plates out for here, with Fu just trying to fend off Moose Hater. He sees Cantaloupe Guts, maybe calling for help, but this is the lonely island called top.
Yeah, congratulations. You might be able to ping, but nobody's going to be coming to save you right now. The Rift is going to get the hit off. We're going to be putting some gold in the pocket of Moose Hater.
Oh,
And we
and
do
the
see the TP coming
comes
through.
flying in. Midofu with the slam off the top rope, not able to do enough damage to Cantaloupe Guts, able to survive that. Daimako and Saizen Soria right here close. Know the Herald's still up, able to get it taken down. Oh, and there's the back. Here comes Saizen Soria jumping on Stupid Dumb Donkey with Cantaloupe Guts running away. Daimako coming in with the fist flying from the sky. Stupid Dumb Donkey is going to be taken down by Daimako, and Cantaloupe Cut makes it out with the skin of his teeth while Moose Hater just escaped through the back door.
Wonderfully played. Interesting with the TP play coming through, making it a 1v3, but side of OU able to pick something up on a little bit of an overstay from the side of Longhorns. I think in that scenario, they should have been able to win out if they just had played a little bit smarter. But Moose Hater said, hey, I'm going to call this a win. I'm going to back just a little bit off of that Divine Sunderer now.
And right now, Penguin Architect getting a little spicy up in the front lane to where Monster Summoner is being very oppressive, because the thing about Leona is that it has no range. You're able to poke her down, and that's what Monster Summoner is doing. Is just if the tank is too weak to go in, they're not going to go in. So I mean, playing it very well down here in the bot lane from the side of OU, to where Fofo34 is having a little bit of trouble just trying to get back into it, because once Leona goes in, stays in. So they're just trying to plan it out to when they can perfectly execute it.
Yeah, and it's such an interesting difference in style from what we had seen from a few patches earlier in pro play, as well as in different levels of competition. And that would be that these engaged supports, like the Thresh and Leona, generally leaving their ADCs to just farm against each other in the 1v1 and make proactive plays on the map. But since Misfortune has moved up so much in priority.
Ooh, and just, I mean, Moose Hater is just using the mobility, and Midofu is just trying everything. Oh, here comes Saizen Zoria coming here. Showstopper is down. Saizen Zoria able to land the Q with the Sky Splitter, and the Showstopper actually comes flying in with the Hex type ultimatum to try and escape. Able to land it. Daimako comes slithering in. Can they catch up? Not enough for them to be able to take down Moose Hater as she just walks away.
Yeah, defensive use of the Hextech ultimatum, able to get to safety. Respectfully now, up here on the top side of the map, a little late trying to capture the play, which means that now we do have these supports roaming around the map, looking for something juicy to jump onto.
Yeah, and now, I mean, that Petrifying Gaze from Daimako, once it comes in, I mean, that's going to be a huge pickup for the side of OU in these fights. But Penguin Architect has to flash, because was in trouble from the backside of 3 people from the side of LG trying to jump in on Penguin Architect when he was just trying to ward. He was trying to do his job.
Yeah, the vision control game is super important, and right now from OU, it has just some shallow vision on either side of the river, has a deep control ward in the blue side of Longhorn Gaming's jungle. So they've got some places to get some information to be able to track this Trundle. Cantaloupe Guts being very influential, especially on the top side of the map early. So it'll be good to be able to track him out.
I mean, this is a spicy game too right here. I mean, it's still super tight, just like the last game, back and forth. I mean, barely up by 1 kill, has a drag here, up 100 gold there. Like, I mean, this is another close game for another exciting match of the Red River Clash this year. I mean, this is what it's all about. I mean, it's been overtimes after overtimes in a lot of games. It's been down to nail biters and others. Some have been nice, clean sweeps. I mean, this is just what we like to call the Red River Clash.
It's a beautiful thing. Sadly, there is no overtime in League of Legends. There is only victory in defeat. You're either a grayscreen gamer or you're in live and living color. And we're going to have to see as this game continues to scale into it, the next Drake up in 20-something seconds, how we're going to approach this if OU is going to continue to play this scaling concept.
And Saizen Zoria does jumping in. On top of it, the bullets fly on the backside and the ult coming down. Cantaloupe Guts comes in with the Sky Splitter landing, and the Heroic comes flying in with Penguin Architect taking major damage. Monster Summoner just trying to escape, and that is not what OU wanted on that giant fight. Daimako, though, right here, still trying to pick it up. Oh, able to pick up the sniper shot where Daimako does pick it up. And now that is another kill over to the Snake.
No step on Snake. continuing to show the beauty of the Cassiopeia, looking like she was going for more there.
Oh, Mito Fu getting big ups right here against this Moose Hater, going this 1v1. Facebreaker, Hextech Ultimatum lands, and Mito Fu is able to pick up the shutdown on top of Moose Hater, with Daimako getting another kill off a stupid dumb donkey to make Daimako unstoppable with another 5-0. This is not what Longhorn Gaming wanted right now with their mid lane for the side of OU to get that big.
No, and at the same time, two different plays happening on the top and bottom side of the map allow OU to regain control for this Drake. Amazing from Mito Fu. He said, put some respect on my name.
Oh, respectfully, you do not want to respectfully walk away, please, because Daimako is a bad snake right now. Oh, Penguin Architect sitting right here. Cantaloupe Guts able to try and just walk by, and that miasma is just slowing everyone down. And it is 6-6, but it is a crazy with 5 kills to the side of Daimako, 1 to the top of Mito Fu, and I think Longhorn Gaming knows who they need to shut down.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be a really hard time, though. Being 5-0, having Leandries working on that Seraph's Embrace next. Usually the next item we'll see is the Rallies to cause even more slows. As we head into this mid game.
Oh, Moose Hater in trouble, not able to escape. Mito Fu picks up another kill on top of Moose Hater, and that is 3 bodies up top to jump Moose Hater.
Yeah, Set is a fair and balanced champion. Let me tell you. Definitely a wild thing to watch as he gets that giant shield. Just was sitting on a phage in steel-plated caps at the time.
Oh, the monster summoner with the snipe on stupid dumb donkey going to another lane, not able to just escape this onslaught toward now, as he said, I mean, after that first item gets that nice little spike. Oh, here comes the TP up top to Mito Fu. Mito Fu notices Cantaloupe Guts coming in with the frozen thing, and the showstopper up top does not know that Moose Hater is there, and you are on the wrong side of the map. And Mito Fu falls down to the shutdown to Cantaloupe Guts.
And this is what Longhorn Gaming has to continue to do. Their comp wants to find these picks, really needs to look and play around their vision to be able to just continue to find the people on the wrong side of the rift and extend what should be a gold lead, just down about 300 gold right now. And he is sitting on vision. We'll maybe see a fight for this second herald of the game.
Yeah, I mean, we got definitely 3 up here, and with, I mean, Moose Hater doing what Camille does, just pushing that solo lane so far up to the side, having to answer to that move over there, and the Herald does fly over to the side of UT. Oh, channeling, sees it. Daimako goes in with miasma, lands the hits. I mean, Stupid Donkey hits the taunt, trying to do something. Oh, and chunks back to where, ooh, Petrifying Gaze comes in, and Daimako is dominating literally now.
Now extending that lead to 6-0, going for the Zhonya's Hourglass as a second item, having that defensive option, is now maybe in trouble if respectfully can catch the Zenith Blade onto Daimako.
Oh man, here it comes. Going to land on it. Lands the stun off the first one. Here comes the Xenoblade. Oh my gosh. And the Storm Splitter comes down with Size and Zoria coming for the help. Here comes the TP in. Moose Hater does go down. Daimako picks up another kill, is trying to back with Cantaloupe Guts landing the ice pillar down to stop the chase. But Mito Fu is hungry and he says, actually not today. I'm going to back up a bit. So able to pick up that kill and then escape. Now it is 10-7 to the side of OU.
Absolutely save the Zhonya's Hourglass, and then we see Daimako go golden, extending that lead to now 7-0. Just beautifully played from the side of OU Gaming, using their summoner spells to the best advantage to be able to turn that fight.
And had to use Zonius to survive that. Oh, Monster Summoner knocked up with the Ice Pillar. Still good, able to grab the Lantern. And just to be able to sit in some safety, even though the frozen terrain's down, able to run around. We got Mito Fu backing. They're just trying to farm up a bit. But I mean, man, what's some gameplay right now? Especially actually with Stupid Dumb Donkey then going Hextech Proto Belt, able to get a little closer to land these taunts onto the other team.
Yeah, absolutely. We're seeing the itemization really coming out. The double Tiamat from Moose Hater as well as Cantaloupe Guts to help with that wave clear and make their ability in side lanes a little bit better. We do see that Fofo has opted into the Kraken Slayer, now going for that last Whisper, probably into the Lord Doms. A lot of Misfortune's kit is built around this front end style damage with her passive love tap, as well as that double up. Just hopefully going to have the power to kind of burst through Midofu as well as Shiz and Zoria to be able to get to the back line of the enemy team.
Man, and they tried picking up Monster Summoner right there, but the Lantern does save Monster Summoner. Able to see it, and that is another trap down. But they are setting up for this Dragon in 22 seconds, at least for the side of OU. But UT is pushing this mid lane to try and counter it. Big damage from Monster Summoner.
Yeah, using the Rift Herald just 10 seconds out to make the side of OU have to react to the play. It will get the charge off, though. Sadly, did not get that eye in time, but the tier 1 will stand. But now the side of Longhorn Gaming has a little bit more control in the river and have started to burn down this Ocean Drake.
Oh, and the TP comes flying in. It looks like the side of OU is going to give this drag up, and that is a dragon, an ocean drag, to the side of UT.
Yeah, wonderfully played from Longhorn Gaming. Just dropping the Herald down. We will see an aggressive trade on the Fofo.
Oh, man. Oh, and the pillar stops it just enough before Monster Summoner could land that snipe.
That was a get down Mr. President moment. Cantaloupe Guts beautifully played to stop the ace in the hole from coming down.
The perfect dive. I mean, they couldn't get the analogy any better to just stop the headshot from flying in. But Midofu does not see Cantaloupe Guts, comes flying in with Moose Hater able to hit the chunk down. The pillar comes in, and Midofu just can't do anything against that. I mean, just stuck at the Hextech ultimatum, the pillar, the frozen domain, you're not running. And right now, that is a pickup for the side of UT.
Yeah, wonderful. Longhorn Gaming continuing to find the picks in the side lane, allowing Moose Hater to keep this pressure. And right now, that's the thing that OU can't answer. Shiz and Zoria is now having to play tower defense and might be winning.
And nope, just escapes as Camille does, being the mobility person that Camille is, running around, jumping around. And what Soul's going to be moving forward is this Ocean Soul. Oh, Daimako getting chased down by Predator. The Lantern gets pulled in and is off to safety. The eel, as everybody's been saying, makes the slippery escape.
The eel or bear. We just have Animorphs, if anybody gets that reference. Somebody, hopefully. We just got Animorphs, League of Legends.
Bullets fly with the showstopper off the top row. Midofu's in the middle, but the heroic entrance. Oh, the facebreaker just gives so much shield. I mean, Midofu threw his life away to save Monster Summoner in that matchup.
My gosh, we just go from one crazy moment to another. Hopefully, we can start to see these bullet times a little bit better placed to be able to get that maximum value damage. Thus far, the side of OU have been able to, like Cassiopeia, like the eel, slither around and avoid this wombo combo from the side of Longhorn Gaming. But Longhorn Gaming has continued the side lane pressure to keep this within a 200 gold to 1k gold differential.
I mean, one way to handle it at Daimako is just don't be near them. Just have these champs that can go in these side lanes to start giving those pressure, as you've been saying, with the Trundle to be able to be mobile around the whole map. I mean, Moose Hater might be sitting here to wait to see if they then can 1v1 this Daimako, or just waiting for some wave clear just to stay in that pesky side lane. But Daimako picks it up, sees what's going on, throws out the Oracle Lens, puts down the ward, gonna see what they can do. Shiz and Zoria is actually making his way down a bit, but is not gonna happen. Doesn't have enough vision, and Cantaloupe Guts on the chase behind. The frozen domain comes down. Shiz and Zoria needs to back up. That Pillar of Ice goes, but then they just noticed the whole team. He was like, whoa, let me back up. Let me think about this. Cantaloupe Guts saw it, was like, let's back up. Able to make it back and retreat. Monster Summoner just farming up in mid.
Yeah, the bear ran. It was definitely about to spell disaster for the side of Longhorn Gaming. Luckily, did not have the Lee Sin syndrome. Didn't have to go in off of just one thing and just back up. We love to see some respectful gameplay, especially with somebody named Respectfully on the side of Longhorn Gaming.
Very respectful gameplay coming in for the side of Longhorn Gaming. Oh, Shiz and Zoria sees hopefully both the stuns land. Sky Splitter comes out. Xenoblade lands. Here comes the Lantern from Penguin. Pulls the Lantern back. And the bear escapes.
Oh my gosh. And now it looks like Longhorn Gaming's either just trying to threaten this Baron, clearing the vision away, trying to get OU to maybe come towards them. and just relieve some of that pressure on the bot side for the Camille. She does have the teleport available. Teleport's up for both sides. So this could quickly turn into a 5v5 if they want it to. But hey, they're just going to live with clearing out. There is one ward on Baron for the side of OU Gaming. But top side of the map, control is contested. There is that control ward deep in the jungle. Maybe Trundle might find, maybe not. Nobody seems to walk in that bush. Maybe it's just a solo queue thing. Who knows? But they continue to have that vision to mark the entrance to the Baron pit.
Oh man, and then they see them going for it right now. They know that vision is now gone right here. Side of Longhorn game is trying to see where they're at. They noticed that one of the wards has gone down. They're backing up a bit. That is a lot of damage actually done to the side of Stupid Dumb Donkey. And then I mean Cantaloupe Guts as Trundle will just heal up in a couple of seconds. Monster Summon are getting a little too close for my own comfort as an OU fan, but just able to skate away. And that's the perfect answer to this Camille in the side lane by sending Daimako there. I mean, yes, the team doesn't have the big carrying damage yet, but you're able to stop stop Moose Hater from just going on a rampage, and they go back to the Baron.
Yeah, they're really trying to force OU to come and respond to them. And now going on to the T2 on the bot side, Moose Hater's actually getting something done. So this is exactly it. Make Daimako move and make Mito Fu have to. Oh my gosh!
And the solar flare comes down. I mean, this is a perfect play for them to get to that tier 2 in the bot lane, and that's what they're probably looking for, is just trying to open it up. But I mean, OU's got to respond to either going into a fight or the tier 2 tower is just going to be given up. To where actually Daimako is starting the next drag, so that could be a third dragon to the side of OU, and that is a third dragon to the side of OU.
That's the Giga 300 IQ play. Longhorn Gaming thinks they're wasting OU's time while Moose Hater's getting a tier 2 in the bot side, but OU's also wasting Longhorn Gaming side while they get Cassiopeia just to solo the Drake. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Just beautiful, like, Inception mode League of Legends.
Hey, I mean, they're playing the games back and forth, each of them trying to do some plays. Like a lot of people that just kind of just watching this game just kind of unfold. But a lot of the League of Legends players are seeing some of these plays and can respect some of these moves that they're both making, because it's like, why not? You know, it's like, let's see, let's try and bring him over here. Let's do this. Let's let Moose Hater do what he does down in these side lanes, because now Mito Fu is actually the one answering in the side lane.
Yeah, Mitofu and Moose Hater have had quite the past in the laning phase, getting solo.
Penguin Architect in trouble. Has to flash out to be safe. Daimako right here, able to kill that ward. Finally, that's been sitting there and giving them a lot of vision.
We love a good ward getting swept out. It makes me happy.
People doing their job.
Yeah, we've got such a disparity right now in terms of itemization for the side of really... Longhorn Gaming just has Trundle sitting on the Titanic Hydra as well as Divine Sunder, whereas the side of Zenzoria is picking up the defensive option of the Bramble Vest early, working on another item, maybe a Dead Man's Plate with that moon-plated steel leg.
Oh, Daimako, Moose Hater going at it. Don't know if the gaze is there, just chunking him down. Here comes the flying. Oh, the kick with the petrifying gaze just missing. Daimoko's in trouble right now. Has to pop Zonia's, and Moose Hater is going to come flying in. Oh, with the flash out. And it is not enough to where Moose Hater picks up the shutdown with another fight here at Baron, with Red Team stealing the Baron down from the side of UT Gaming. But they need to respond because Moose Hater is pushing down, and the snipe from across the map, the ace in the hole to pick up the kill off of respectfully. But they need to answer this Moose Hater, because Moose Hater's just charging down their base.
Yeah, if Moose Hater can get out, I will call this.
Oh my, barely.
That is what we call a pixel perfect dodge right there. So OU does pick up the Baron, is able to steal it, but all of their waves are pushed in right now. So they're going to have to do a little bit of resetting to try to get anything out of this Baron power play.
And red buff is down with the trap right here. Oh, see something going on. Penguin Architect and Monster Hunter trying to 2v1 this right now. Cannibal gets pulled in, has to flash out, gets an ignite used on top of him. Oh, with the dash forward and the flash, Monster Summoner said, I want this kill, and picks up the Cantaloupe Guts. That's a huge pick off for the side of OU with that 39 timer, that death timer.
Yeah, that was quite the mechanical prowess shown by Monster Summoner, getting the E backwards to close the distance on top of the flash to finish off Cantaloupe Guts.
And
And we're
right now, I
starting.
mean, they're just going at it, but they do know that Monster Summoner's Flash is down now after that chase, but still has heal, and both the summoners are down for Penguin Architect. Oh,
Yeah,
they're
this
just
is such a
chunking
good
this down.
siege comp, though. Exactly. They can just really walk up to these towers with not a whole lot of fear. Moose Haters playing a different game of League of Legends, continuing to split push on the bot side of the map, while the rest of his teammates in Longhorn Gaming try to just protect the inhib towers from this siege.
I mean, this is practically just like a solo queue game as Camille. Like, if you're just trying to climb, you're like, all right, I'll be in the side lane the whole time. They got to either answer me or I'm just going to keep pushing it down. So either they send 5 and allow the other team to move around, or it's this 4v4 with Fu trying to answer. And they're, as you said, such a good siege comp, able to go down, especially with this Baron buff on some that makes these cannon minions just snipers. Oh, hit some damage down. Stupid dumb donkey. Oh, here comes the ace in the hole. Does hit the Zonias. Actually uses it even though he had teammates to block the shot. So that his Zonia's down for the stupid dumb donkey with Fu and Moose Hater fighting. Fu needs to be careful right here. Moose Hater just chunking him down. The tower is not going to be able to help you enough with this huge Moose Hater is right now. With that Spirit Visage flying in, giving the health back to be able to stay in the side lane. The Grass Proc is here. Daimoko's here to try and stop the day, or try and save the day. And it just does not have, I mean, Camille just walks out. Moose Hater just walks away. Oh, and the pillar comes flying down with the channeling, comes in, trying to go with the heroic thing. The Storm Splitter comes flying down respectfully into the back lane. Here comes the heroic entrance with the bullets fly coming down. Monster Hunter able to pick up on a rampage. Daimako able to bust down another. Camille going down, able to take down Monster Hunter in the back. Penguin Arctic there, and OU is in trouble with Longhorn Gaming hitting that TP down bot, able to push it down. This might be it for the side of OU if these timers do not come up. Fu does come up in 5 seconds, but that is a lot of people charging the base and not caring what these tower shots do to them.
Gosh, beautiful. They found the fight they were looking for the side of Longhorns, getting the Wombo combo down, and this perfect split push comp from the side of Moose Hater has spelled what could be game 3 for the side of Longhorn Gaming.
Oh, and the minions are trying to spawn. Fu is the only one against this. A 1v4 right now. The Xenoblade lands. Here comes Saizen Zoria, but the Nexus is just going down too fast. And that is a dub for the side of Longhorn Gaming with that one swift battle that is now tied 1-1 in this amazing series of the Red River Clash, to where this is the final game, the final moment to see who will win, Longhorn Gaming or OU Esports.
The bear went down, the eel is dead, the Nexus is gone for the side of OU. Get the silver scrapes ready. We are going to game 3 as soon as we're back from this break.
Welcome back, gamers, and all who have showed up for this exciting game three of this series and the last match in the Red River Clash 3-3 Longhorn Gaming and OU Esports going at it on the Rift to settle it. This time around, it has been pushed to a game three. Winner takes all. Whoever gets through here wins all the marbles, wins it everything. I'm hyped. I'm psyched. I'm excited for all this. Rekdor, are you ready? I mean, I ask every time, but I know we're ready.
I've got just electricity in my veins right now for game three. We see pretty much standard bans across the map, giving away the Yumi and the Akshan, taking that away from the side of OU on blue side, just kind of handshaking the misfortune out. And this imperative game that we've seen so far, both Longhorn's ability to play side lane, create that pressure with that Camille, as well as in game one, OU's ability to just win out in team fights and have this strong carry from the side of Adamico. Not as much success found in the late game just due to the compositional difference with the Cassiopeia, but we're going to have to see another strong pick from them to be able to answer what looks like another split push comp.
And I mean, with that Camille pickup, I mean, OU should be worried about it. I mean, they're probably planning for it, planning against it, but I mean, with Camille getting pretty much 1v9 and 1v9ing people like last game, I mean, it's just a very strong pick, and you're able to do that with Camille because of the mobility. If you're in trouble, you just slingshot your way out. So I mean, oh, with the Vex pick too, let's go. I mean, I just this is actually one of the first times I'm gonna see Vex get played because it's been banned every time that I've casted a game with Vex.
Yeah, that seems to be the trend, but it was let through. So a good blind pick mid. There are a few answers to Vex. Silas, it would be an interesting choice to lock in. Being able to steal the ultimate away with the resets as well could be pretty good. But picking the Camille early may be a bit of a misstep from the side of Longhorns. There is a number of matchups like the Tom Kinch that could be pretty unplayable or have a losing side to the matchup. So blind picking it can be a little risky. We're going to have to see how that pays off from the side of Longhorns, if they're going to ban away some of the answers or if they're going to focus a little bit more towards that jungle side of the map. Do you see a
Yeah.
Mordekaiser ban coming through, though?
Ooh, so they said I don't want to deal with that. Maybe just to send him to the Shadow Realm to make sure that people don't have that impact in that fight. But I mean, yeah, the Silas pickup able to just take any alt is going to be the toughie. But especially, I mean, if they're cracked on this Ash, I mean, these arrows are going to be flying from halfway across the map, just trying to pick people off, and you're not going to see anything. And Fofo is just going to let the arrows fly.
Yeah, and Ash does pretty well in lane against the Misfortune, is able to kind of keep him at bay with the use of the W as well as just that natural attack range. Kind of counters also the passive, is able to kind of shut down Misfortune's use of Strut to have that extra move speed for the chase down. So definitely another volatile matchup where one misstep could equal somebody going to gray screen. The Volley Bear ban comes out as well. So far, just going towards this top and jungle side of the pool in the second round of bans. And now finally the Nami coming out. Interesting.
Yeah, and the Sona, I mean, Seraphine pickup right here for OU earlier. I mean, Seraphine has been an impactful champ this whole entire time. Oh, and the Rakan. I mean, I love seeing that Rakan run around the map, honestly. So it's gonna be a nice watch if it does get locked in here. But yeah, they said, "Psych, Brandon, you're not gonna be able to do that because we're gonna lock in Leona." I think. Yeah, they said now Leona it is, and that's who they're going with.
Yeah, and now for the side of OU gets to have a counter pick at least on the support side of the house and a blind pick towards the top lane if they actually choose Gnosis or Singe. Okay, I love it. They're definitely messing around with me. Now the Wukong could be kind of real, does have that stacking armor, could be an answer, Ornn even. A lot of different things getting thrown out, so I'm going to stop thinking about it until they lock in. And they do lock in the Ornn. Thank you. That
Oh.
that means to me that they're going to play kind of weak on the top side. Ornn, very tanky, able to just kind of hang out, is definitely the scaling option. When you look at the team thus far, Seraphine and Ornn have so much late game presence. Seraphine definitely kind of a broken support once she's on those 2 to 3 items.
Whoa. The
And a Kazi.
Kha'Zix.
Okay, guys, we got the new thing. You don't have eels, you don't have bears, but you got a bug and maybe a horse. I don't know how you feel about that, but that's where we're sitting at as far as the animals go.
Yeah, we got some animals coming come fly, and the horse is looking like the pickup. So the horse and the bug, as you were saying. I mean, I guess we can call Vex an animal. It is a yordle. Just has ears. I wouldn't really know which one to choose that one, but I mean, those are the animals. And we got Orn with the giant Orn horn coming flying in. So I'm excited to see the Orn pickup. They're playing for a little bit later of a game, essentially, because you get these buffs for able to have Ornn on your team to just buff all your items.
Yeah, so that'll be a big piece of it. Ornn having the solo lane, being able to scale up and get to the point where we start getting these item upgrades. From the side of OU, it's definitely the 5v5 scaling option. Chill, weather the storm, get on your items, and be able to take these 5v5 team fights. On the side of Longhorn Gaming's, again, we see the Camille try to have the side lane pressure that was so integral to last game where they had to send their main carry, Daimako, to answer and even actually getting 1v1 in the later game due to some good itemization. The mid lane matchup is really going to be a lot of the question. Silas, a melee user into Vex, being that ranged piece, meaning he's going to have to trade health early to be able to get the push and to be able to answer any of the early rotations. But gosh, once he gets that ult, if he gets a good engage with the stolen Vex ult, he will have quite the time on the back line of OU.
Hey, I'm a fan of what they're saying in the chat right now. Saying from my boy John over here, should have picked Nar purely by cute factor. Hey, at one, Nar is a strong pickup, but also two, very cute until angry.
Edna Scissorlegs versus Ram Dwarf, pretty great. This is what we go to the chat to see is this crack analysis. Phenomenal stuff all around. It really Heckram's the thing that'll be interesting for me. A lot of Longhorn's team wants to jump in. The Heckram we have seen kind of coming back up in priority, taking the Divine Sunder build plus his W healing. If I get that wrong, somebody's going to let me know. But either way, he did get a buff to that AoE heal. He already had a pretty healthy clear. But when Kim Tank kind of went out of style, so did the Heckrams and the Udirs of the world. But he's starting to come back and have that bruiser play style where he can get into the backline, get the fear off, and then be able to AoE sustain himself while the rest of his team follows up. So they're going to have to find some answers. Maybe it's the Orenhorn, the Call of the Forge Gods, that can kind of be that anti-dive factor, or Seraphine just buffing the ever-living life out of the rest of their team.
mean like both of these comps very exciting to watch. Like both of them are just going to be excitement factors because alts are just going to be flying, the horns coming, the enchanted arrow, like even Seraphine's alt that comes flying in with the encore. Like, oh man, and then the horse is just going to be running around everywhere on the map. Like you're just gonna see that man. Like at one point, you're gonna see, okay, he's topside. They're gonna try and go for the drag, and they're like, wait, what's coming out of the bush? A giant horse. So, I mean, it's going to be a fun time in this last match against Longhorn Gaming and OU Esports. I mean, this is literally the last last match, best of three, 3-3, and the most exciting match that we can put it down to put all the pressure on the League of Legends teams to see if they can close it out for either university.
Absolutely. We have seen jets go off. We have seen diva bombs go awry. We've seen AMWs or AWPs going off. We have seen it all. Backflip, goals on Rocket League, all of them. But it comes down to Summoner's Rift. It comes down to these two evenly matched teams, 1-1 in the series, with their universities on their back.
Man, and this is what we love about these rivalries. These rivalries maintained, traditions maintained, but onto this online factor of esports. I mean, it's just a great like time all the way around. I know I'm kind of pulling away from the draft right now, but I mean, like this moment for all of us that everybody's watching, just waiting to see how it all plays out. Is this is the stuff that at least I live for. I live for these kind of things.
Oh, absolutely. And it's so amazing. Like, imagine, for at least for me, boomer moment, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, wouldn't imagine this happening. But here we are getting to like showcase some of the best and brightest from both of our universities in their craft out here on twitch.tv. It's just an amazing thing to see.
And I mean that's what it's like, and I'm excited to cast here with you. I would not want to cast with anyone else out here, Regdor, and I'm excited to get into this draft. I mean, it's a minute until we get into the game. I'm just really like trying to get it going because I just want to get in. I just want things to start happening. I want when people start fighting, people start just crazy things to happen with comebacks, with Baron steals, with Dragon steals, with Scuttle mishaps, like everything.
Absolutely. We need and you know what, Brandon? It's great to cast with you too. You're my number one pick, the
Oh.
dynamic duo on the side of OU. Now, what I do need, guys, with 25 seconds left until we're on the rift, you got to throw out the Hook'em Horns. You got to throw out the Boomer Sooners. We need the energy as we close out what has been an amazing Red River rivalry thus far.
Yes, and this is a Castermance. This is a Castermance between us. Cash in. I just dropped 20K on OU Esports. Don't make me lose it all, please. I dropped all my points, everything that I've had of this time of my 1 year subscription to OU Esports. All my points are down. So got faith. Let's see what happens. Kind of getting into this matchup with the draft ending, the skins come flying in, and that's a lot more skins to the side of OU compared to Longhorn Gaming.
Wait, the horse doesn't have a skin. That feels bad. No horse skin. Feels bad. They don't have the buff of the Skinergy. But we are now on the Rift with the side of Longhorn Gaming with Moose Hater again in the top lane on the Camille. Cantaloupe Guts in the jungle on the Hecarim. Stupid Dumb Donkey on the Silas in the mid lane. And Fofo34 and respectfully in the bot lane on the Ash Leona.
I actually am really sad that it's not the Rainbow Pony. That is my favorite skin, Arcade Hecarim. It goes back to Robot Chicken, the game where it's Rainbow Unicorn. I believe that's the title. I just played it a bunch on the phone. It was a good time to kind of go around. But also from the other side of the matchup, actually, Roger, why don't you get both of the sides? You could introduce both of them this time.
I got you. I appreciate you giving me that. Okay, so on the side of OU Esports, we have Mito Fu in the top lane on Ornn. Shizen Zoria on the Kazakhs in the jungle. Daimako in the mid lane. Oh my gosh, on Vex. And then finally, Monster Summoner and Penguin Architect in the bot lane on the Misfortune and Seraphine, which we do see that Monster Summoner, unlike the last Misfortune, which was piloted by Fofo, taking the Arcane Comet and starting with the Make It Rain, getting that early damage down from a safe distance to try to keep this Ashe at bay or chunk out the Leona early so they don't have that strong level 2 to just be able to go in for free. Definitely an interesting itemization as well as the tier. So, be pretty interesting to see how this goes for the side of OU's bot lane.
Yep, and I mean Daimaka's able just to keep the range against Stupid Dumb Donkey in this matchup against Silas. But I mean Silas's healing is something that the whole team needs to worry about because I mean 1 second you think he's dead, slaps a W around healed every second. So and then up there in the top lane, I mean it's kind of like looking back to last season, if I'm not wrong, Ornn versus Camille chilling in the top lane. Those are the ones that were dominating around that time, and that's who we really saw. But so it's just going to be Ornn trying to just knock him up. Once Camille throws out her kick, then Ornn's able to knock up. So it's actually a very strong pick into Camille right now.
Yeah,
Monster Summoner gets Xenobladed by respectfully taking major damage from Fofo34, sending it out to where they're both level 1, and that is what you want to do as Leona if you have the level advantage right there. Now they're sitting on the back of their heels in that lane, just hitting level 2 right now, able to get some heal.
Yeah, and that's how oppressive the Ashe Leona combo can be with the constant slows plus the Zenith Blade just to close the gap. They're going to have to play this lane very, very particularly in order to really stay alive and keep color on their screen. Top lane should be the antithesis of, yeah, like you said, Season 10 top lane. we're just gonna trade grasp stacks and hang out, and eventually at 20-something minutes, maybe we'll go hang out with our team. Maybe.
Uh-oh. The horse is charging up in that mid lane right here. Maybe Daimako might be in a little bit in trouble. I believe the fear is charged up, does notice it, backs up a bit. And I mean, hey, these graph stacks, that's what we like to see, you know, picking boogers back and forth, as I say, because Camille kicks it and then Ornn just punches it with a giant hammer out. So, I mean, both trading very well in the bot lane, both getting these things. They actually hit 3 before the side of UT as Monster Summoner and Penguin Architect. Oh, and Ka, the bug kind of floating around. He's going to get picked up by Vision. Daimako in little trouble. Stupid Dumb Donkey able to jump on top. Horse comes flying in, and that is a first blood for the side of Longhorn Gaming.
Yeah, played really beautifully there. Again, talking about the Sylas having to really step up and just take the damage openly to be able to close the gap and get some sort of priority in lane. Sadly, even playing around the vision that Daimako had was not able to get away from the horse. Horse hit Ghost, horse run fast. That is the easiest way. Somebody says, me thinks someone's getting camped. Hey, I mean, if you're smart from the Longhorn Gaming side, that's exactly what you do, is shut down this Vex, keep her behind, forcing out the TP early, saying you have to stay in this lane and play it out. You're not allowed to go get double kills in bot lane like last game.
Yep, and I mean Seraphine and Monster Summoner putting out the damage. Oh, wait, actually both jungles are down here right now. Might be able to see something happen with Horse sitting there. I believe Sizen Sori had put a ward in there earlier. Oh, and then here comes the Fire Breath coming in with Moose Hater and then just going back and forth. Midofu at 1 level up and starting the channeling. Daimako actually made his way down here, had the wave pushed up, trying to come and support, see if something was going to happen.
Yeah, and that same Daimako fashion, just having priority in the mid lane and then just walking somewhere looking for the play.
I mean, Fofo are gonna have to back on this one. Is too low. Monster Summoner and Seraphine staying in to farm up a bit, trying to see if he can stop the back. Here comes that. Yeah, respectfully, back has been stopped. So right now, I mean, up top, I mean, Ornn's just making Moose Hater not enjoy the lane as well with these pillars getting thrown up into the air. But with these hawk shots also from the side of Fofo, he's able to get a lot more vision to map out where Kha'Zix is kind of roaming around on the map for his team.
Yeah, Kha'Zix so far not really having a presence in lane, just choosing to farm up and try to get to that level 6 to have a little bit more of the sneaky snake-esque movement to be able to get into these lanes. Really from the top side, as somebody pointed out in the chat, really level 1 or levels 1 through 5 before the first back, Moose Hater definitely is taking a lot more of the damage, especially with Midofu being able to get off the brittle attacks. Once she comes back, though, with a little bit of items, the matchup's going to look a bit different and really start to favor the side of Moose Hater.
Yeah, and the best part of actually picking up Ornn, or one of the good factors, is that he can stay in lane and buy his items. He doesn't have to walk back necessarily, only to get more health and to like kind of back up the team. But drag is being started by Sizen Soria with the bot lane being pushed up. They see Moose Hater is in the top lane, so they're able to kind of go for this. Not able to charge off the crystal right now, with the horse making his way down.
Yeah, you know, the side of Longhorn Gaming is going to take a little bit longer to start. Ash picking up the double longswords, trying to get some AD into the lane, kind of matching the side of OU. Monster Summoner also having the double long, but also having the boots on top of it. Really interesting tier pickup. Really excited to see what they're going for here. I have to assume it's a Monimune coming through for that first item. The misfortune is known to cost a lot of mana, especially throwing out the Make It Rains every time the Arcane Comet's off cooldown. But definitely not the standard build we see kind of coming out of Misfortune right now.
I mean, they're able to keep up the oppressive lane with Seraphine sending off everything, Monster Summoner sending everything, and he went with the cleanse this match so that if he ever gets CC'd on, jumped on from Hextech Ultimatum from the Lona, oh, and the Cantaloupe Guts comes flying in with the flash, is rooted down. The horse comes flying in with the pickup onto Cantaloupe Guts, able to get the pickup on Penguin Architect, and Monster Summoner is alone in lane right now with the horse making an entrance 2-0 to the side of UT.
Yeah, unfortunate. Not even, you know, on the wrong side of the lane there. Just using the Ghost as soon as it comes off cooldown from Cantaloupe Guts to be able to get in there and get on the Seraphine. Penguin Architect does go down. Sadly, interesting flash path, but it'll happen.
Yep, and Moose Hater and Midofu at the knockup, sending him airborne, just doing as they do, just going back and forth. But Moose Hater is going to be able to pick up a lot more CS on this matchup right now, going 59-46. But oh, Size and Zoria back here clearing out some waves. Moose Hater picks notices Size and Zoria here, able to clear out some wards. But Moose Hater's just here trying to see maybe what he can do against this Kha'Zix being a level up, killing these wards.
Yeah, not a whole lot happening, just kind of trading vision back and forth. The Rift Herald is up, and there's some major priority on this side of the map for the side of Longhorn Gaming. We have seen this be sort of hotly contested with, I think it's 2-2 now for both sides in the past 2 games. So we'll have to see how they continue to generate what is an early 2K gold lead for the side of Longhorn Gaming, and really how they're going to push this game forward.
Yep, and I mean Seraphine making his way around the map, trying to see if they can do anything. Size and Soria does fly out before Moose Hater can land anything. Does have the empowered auto right now, maybe saving it. Nope, just takes it on a minion. And the horse backs up, Size and Soria backs up. The hawk shot goes up to see where Penguin Architecture is. Respectfully, he's at 6. Monster Summoner's at 6, and Fofo are at 6. But Penguin Architect is back at 5. Oh, still at 5. Oh, and here comes the Glacial Arrow with the Solar Flare on top with the Xenoblade. Lets bullets fly, trying to pick it up. Here comes the gank though with the Horn of the Forge Gods, comes flying. Hextech Ultimatum, not able to land it, gets the knockup and is down 4-0 to the side of Longhorn Gaming. This is not where OU wants to be. And Stupid Dumb Donkey takes the hijack, picks up on Diamondco's ult, and is just trading it out to where this is not a very good start to the side of OU.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's what happens when you take a cleanse on the ADC.
Oh man, Size and Soria comes in flying. The Bug's trying to help out. Stupid Dumb Donkey super low. Diamond is able to pick it up for the kill. And that is what OU needs, is a little bit more positivity down to their side. But Longhorn Gaming still with a big 3K gold lead.
Absolutely. Yeah, when you take cleanse on the ADC, it paints this giant target on Seraphine. She doesn't have the stats of a tank. She is easy to blow up, so the Enchantal Crysted Arrow is going to find her.
No, the Xenoblade lands again, is stunned and rooted. Fofo's just going to pick up Seraphine, and it goes down to where you did not have vision, did not know they were there. Just not a very smart play from the side of Penguin Architect, and is down now with another death.
Penguin, you're not Yumi. You're not invulnerable. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Lands, Xenoblade lands on top of Monster Summoner, then able to put out the damage. Sizen Soria coming in with the bug. Oh my gosh, and the Solar Flare is back up just in time with the Flash Ignite. Fofo34 is slain Sizen Soria. And Cantaloupe Guts is right here. Dimaco's here, needs to watch out, has the fear, knocks him off, but here comes the charge with his fear, going back and forth, not sending enough damage. The ult comes flying in. Cantaloupe Guts and the Enchanted Arrow would have landed if Cantaloupe Guts did not get the kill. And Moose Hater is just sending the emotes to Midofu. Right now, they are not in a good spot. Monster Hunter getting ran down a bit. Or Monster Summoner getting ran down a bit, and OU is fighting an uphill battle right now with the Rift Herald being summoned down bot. Going to be able to take that while Moose Hater and Midofu just fight it off in this top lane.
Absolutely just wonderful play style from the side of Longhorn Gaming. They already knew they had this advantage on the bot side of the map. Gets the pick on to Penguin Architect and says, we can really push our lead here. We have the advantage. And just plays it out wonderfully. Hecarim now at a 4-0. Cantaloupe Guts having the Divine Thunder means that he's even tankier in these fights and able to regen. And the Shield Bow already coming through for Fofo34 means that they are just turbo ahead in these matchups. And it really, once you have that on Ashe, she is almost like clickbait. You could jump on the ADC, but she's going to have that giant shield and lifesteal to be able to just sustain through a lot of the burst damage that the side of OU wants to put out.
Oh, and Moose Hater, Midofu just getting these graph stacks, fighting it out. Here comes the Horn of the Forge Gods flying in. Hextech only made time perfectly to jump over it. Midofu's going back and forth with them, and they both kind of wander off to each other, knowing like, hey, we just use our abilities. We'll come back in a bit.
And Midofu with an interesting itemization choice, going for the Athenimus chains first, saying here in this 1v1, you don't get to do as much damage to me, has those vengeance stacks, to give a little bit decreased tenacity to Moose Hater, as well
Oh,
as
Sizen Soria, sneaky, comes flying in, goes for the dodge, does not land enough damage to get him out, and the TP coming. Midofu might be in trouble with the drag being picked up, and Stupid Dumb Donkey is now on top, blocking it out. Here comes Cantaloupe Guts with the bullets, flies, just too much damage, too much CC on top of it. Down goes Monster Summoner and Pink on Architect down here in the bot lane is just not having a fun time with this horse just coming around every chance he can get, sitting at a strong 5-0 with the Divine Sunderer.
OU looks for the play on the top side. Sadly, does not have the lockdown to keep Moose Hater in place. The Vex ult goes wide. The jump from the Kha'Zix doesn't finish off Moose Hater. And smartly, Longhorn Gaming says, okay, we can make the play on the bottom side of the map. Props up to Monster Summoner for trying to clear the wave with the bullet time, but sadly was just not enough. This horse is huge and going wherever he pleases. He has his doctorate, like Mundo.
Yeah, I mean, it is just a really uphill battle for OU right now, sitting at about 7K gold, just down or just under or just over 6, kind of happening right now. To where Stupid Dumb Donkey's actually taking a good amount of damage from Mito Food, thinking that he does a lot more than what he does right now. And it is just a really tough time for them to try and get out of this hole.
Absolutely. Now, if you're an OU gaming fan and you're saying, hey, man, this is cursed, just GG go next, remember, this is the scaling comp. They are the ones who are just wanting to wait it out and weather this storm. It's just going to take some time. So what they have to do is try to staunch the bleeding. If you're the side of OU down there with Monster Summoner Penguin Architect, try to let this wave push in. They just hold it there outside the T2 and farm up. You're not doing too bad across the board. A lot of the gold is just sitting on probably the Hecarim and the Ashe. As we can see right here, yeah, 2k gold up against Monster Summoner in the bot lane, and that's about another 2k up on the Hecarim. So overall, the rest of the wave state and money is about the same.
Oh, Sizen Soria is here, but Mito Foo's here. Stupid Dumb Donkey's just holding him off, trying to see what's ever. Cantaloupe Guts comes flying in with the horse. Sizen Soria knows the Forge Gods comes flying with the horn. He's taking the damage, tries to go to the back lane, picks up to almost Stupid Dumb Donkey, goes down, but the healing just picks him up. Sizen Soria is in trouble. Mito Fu has to flash, and then Enchanted Crystal Arrow comes flying from across the map. Double kill for the side of Longhorn Gaming, and Cantaloupe Goats is now 7-0.
Yeah, a little bit of a misstep in terms of their targeting acquisition there. Both going on different targets once Sizen Soria decided to jump in. So just a little bit of miscommunication, it looks like, from the side of OU. But we're just going to have to, again, wait and see. There are only 2 Drakes into the game. Another 2 minutes until the Mountain Drake spawns. Another, 35 seconds till the Rift Herald spawns. Have to assume that the Longhorn Gaming side is going to be looking there with the pressure they have on the top side of the map.
And this is just going to be just an uphill battle. As you said, they do have to weather the storm, so it is not lost yet. It is a really big lead and on kills and gold, but most of the gold, as you said, is centered into 2 players. People that you kind of don't want to see have it with the Hecarim and the Ashe, but I mean, there's still possibilities out of it. It's just going to take a lot of team coordination, because on that last play, as you said, was just off, was just not aiming at the right people that they wanted to go for in that moment, and could have picked up Stupid Dumb Donkey with that last little bit, but was able to heal off of it, and then it just went downhill from there.
Yeah, and itemization wise, you got to think that if you're the side of OU Gaming, something that has to be going through your head is the Grievous Wound side. With Seraphine on your team, she is an excellent applier with the Chemtech Putrefier. 1W gives that 60% Grievous Wounds to the entire team. It's an amazing thing, and it makes itemization a bit easier for the side of OU, where not everybody has to dip into it. May see some Bramble Best come through for the Ornn. He is working on the Bomby Cinder right now. So there's some things, there's some ways that they can kind of staunch this bleeding. Right now, the map state is really favoring Longhorn Gaming. Probably not contest this drag, get your wave states fixed, and maybe look for that cross-map play, which is something that we've seen Longhorn Gaming take advantage of, but has not been utilized that much for OU so far, or at least successfully. Trying to gank the Moose Hater earlier on, much to the chagrin of OU, did not find the kill.
Also, Stupid Dumb Donkey, I don't think your abilities work on that ward. I will say that. But I think it's just basic attacks will take down that ward right there. So drag is most likely going to be given to the side of Longhorn Gaming. Just while also, do you happen to remember the name of that item? I can't think of it. The one on Orn right now. Oh,
The
here comes
Ephemera Chain.
respectfully though. Does come over the edge, hits the blast cone, sends it back. Penguin Architecture is low. The crystal arrow comes flying in on Size and Soria, and then the Hextech ultimatum comes flying in with the TP down. And the bullet time comes flying in, but Cantaloupe Guts comes over the edge. The Forge Gods comes flying in. Diamond has been taken down by Stupid Dumb Donkey. And the backline is gone. Mitofu's in trouble. A triple kill for Moose Hater right now. And that is a quadra kill for Moose Hater, with the drag going down for the side of Longhorn Gaming, and the ace comes flying in.
Yeah, definitely was not the play for the side of OU. Definitely need to like back off, regroup, and try to get these wave states fixed, because as we can see, they took a bad fight. Their waves are pushing in, so it's an easy tier 2 and another hit onto this inhibitor tower in the mid lane that's just going to spell a dismal lane, like a dismal map state for the side of OU. All they can do at this point is try to lick their wounds and not give up any more bleeding. But now at nearly a 12k gold lead, it's becoming a little bit of a harder game to play. This is no longer League of Legends. This is going to be Minion Simulator 6000 if you're the side of OU.
Yeah, and they just can't be getting caught out. So the whole team, they actually have to divert some of this gold for these wards just to find out where the side of Longhorn Gaming is. Because even if they are kind of a little far away, they can close the gap really fast on from the side of Longhorn Gaming with the mobility of Camille and the speed of Hecarim. It's just not a good game state for them. And then Pico and Architect is just saying what's up to Moose Hater, saying what's up, walking away, doing their thing.
Yeah, this is very interesting. Okay, so now Ash sitting on 2 items, has the Wits End, has the Shield Bow, has these defensive options against both AP and AD. Makes her, again, that clickbait ADC you think you can blow up, but you actually can't. And for the same thing with Cantaloupe Guts, now has the Sterix Gauge. Not only did he have crazy healing before, and the Divine Sunder just adding on to it, he now also gets that Lifeline passive, makes him even more of a threat in these fights. It's going to be quite the time for them to try to find this angle for the side of OU and burn through these targets.
Yeah, and on the map state, there's a lot of vision for the side of Longhorn Gaming to where they can feel comfortable to kind of move everywhere, to where they're going for this Baron at 20 minutes right now, just trying to sneak it in because, I mean, OU can't contest it, and they don't have enough vision to see them over there. But this Baron is going to the side of Longhorn Gaming.
And maybe it's a good thing they can't see, because OU has been looking for fight after fight. So this, at least makes them sit back and, like I said, try to fix these wave states, pick up some of the gold on the map, and just really play the game of defense. They're going to play on the 1-3-1 style comp. Silas in the top lane, going to hark these minions into the T2.
And here comes the Hextech ultimatum for Moose Hater. Monster Summoner just gets two-shotted and is just not having a fun game right now, to where they're fending him off at that mid tower, where it is just pretty much a hit away from it going down and leading the siege inside the base. So where there's 4 there, we got Camille bot, we got Silas top, and there's just a lot happening to where OU Gaming or OU Esports looks like they just have to ward it off just a little longer. But that tower is probably going to go down with that Baron buff, and there goes that mid tower with the charge from Cantaloupe Guts.
Yeah, this is what happens when you're ahead. You can play this 1-3-1, and anywhere that OU tries to commit numbers, you're just getting the push in other lanes.
The damage goes out, almost being able to put it out, but I mean, as Camille does, just runs away. And there's actually game has been paused right now, so there's probably something happening on the side of both teams. So you're just gonna have to give us some time right now. But I mean, just with it frozen right here, technically, this is probably a timeout onto the side of OU, I believe. If not, then it is a technical timeout. I do not know. It could be Longhorn Gaming pause. It could be either side. We'll just kind of see how it goes.
In the meantime, we can kind of take a look at where we're at the moment. We do have just one inhib down in the mid lane. The mid tower, or the bot inhibitor tower, is down. And on the top side, Stupid Dumb Donkey is pushing towards the top side in Hip Tower. So wonderfully played in use of the Baron buff from Longhorn Gaming. This is a good point in tempo for them to turn around and get the back off, use the money from this to continue to scale up with a minute 30 until this next Mountain Drake spawns as we get back into the game. Yeah, that's really the name of the game, is they have the tempo, they have the ability to push for this next Drake. If you're the side of OU, again, you just have to let it go. It's not sole point. You need to go ahead and continue on this itemization, get some things online. The Penguin Architect still just sitting on the Vandal Glass and Kindle Gem, does not have the Moonstone Renewer. Such a vital thing for the sustain of this team fight.
Yep. And right now in the match, I mean, oh, here comes this Crystal Arrow and the charge from Cantaloupe Guts flying in with the Bullets fight on the backside, getting zoned out from flowing in. Here comes the Ornhorn trying to pick up the kill and gets dropped from the side of Longhorn Gaming with the shutdown. Moose Hater is dominating though off of it. And here comes Cantaloupe Guts just doing what they do. The towers are still up. It's a 3v1 on top of Mito Fu, just tanky enough, but these towers are going down so fast. Dimaco's stunned down, and Mito Fu goes down. Dimaco's the last one standing for the side of OU Esports with one tower up. It is looking like it's flying down, just trying to get the kill off of Mito Fu, backing up Dimaco, and that is an open Nexus. But here comes Penguin Architect trying to come in with the Encore to slow it down. Stupid Dumb Donkey is just so tanky, and that is the game to the Red River Class 2021, and Longhorn Gaming takes the dub overall in the series. GG's to both teams. Was an amazing series, was an amazing 7-game series over the whole weekend from today and yesterday. Almost was able, OU just didn't have enough in the tank for them to finish it out, and Longhorn Gaming is going to take this dub.
Yeah, actually executed by the side of Longhorn Gaming, utilizing their strengths to the win. Wonderfully played games from everybody this weekend. Congratulations to the side of Longhorn Gaming. And again, my name is Regdor, and I had That Woo Brandon with me. Everybody, have a wonderful night. Do great things. And as always, we'll be here next time.
And congrats to everyone who was a part of the Red River Clash on both sides, from production to players, from teams. We love doing this every year. I'm glad I was able to be a part of this with Regdor. This is my second one able to cast of this time. So thank y'all so much for everything. I hope you guys have a nice day. As Regdor said, this is us and we are out.